Front Tony's back in town today. Hopping high, he's here to stay. Everyone can feel the vibe. Chosen one of CG's tribe. Jumping in with flaring grace. Half these smiles on every face. Ribbit, ribbit, and off we go. Tony's the star of the show. Bow down to Tony. He's the frog, our one and only. Chosen one, we've waited so long. Now he's back to right every wrong. Leaping through the streets at night, bringing joy and pure delight. Crowds are cheering everywhere. Frog Tony's back without a care. Left and hopping right, sparking magic in the night. CG's hero, love so true. Tony's here for me and you. Bow down to Tony. He's the frog, our one and only. Chosen one, we've waited so long. Now he's back to right every wrong. Bow down to Tony. He's the frog, our one and only. Chosen one, we've waited so long. Now he's back to right every wrong. Every wrong! Leaping through the streets at night, bringing joy and pure delight. Crowds are cheering everywhere. Frog Tony's back without a care. Hopping left and hopping right, sparking magic in the night. CG's hero, love so true. Tony's here for me and you. Me and you. Every wrong! Yeah. In the middle of the night, he's hopping. Thinking of Frog Tony, there's no stopping. He speaks the truth and leaves you ballin'. He's the cloaker that laughs as you're falling. Frog Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. Scared to close your eyes and go to sleep. You sold chaos, but Frog Tony is here to reap. You were on his shows, then bailed. You tried to take him down and failed. You thought you could outshine the sun. Ended up cooked, well done. Frog Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. Scared to close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Frog Tony is here to reap. He's the specter in the night. Turn your dreams to utter fright. You'll be running to the light. There's no safety from your plight. Never miss when you attack the king. Better yet, just kiss the ring. Shut your mouth and know your place. You never had a chance to win this race. Frog Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Just hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. Close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Frog Tony is here to reap. Reap. Yeah. You were on his shows, then bailed. You tried to take him down and failed. You thought you could outshine the sun. Ended up cooked. Well done. Frog Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Just hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. So close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Frog Tony
What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated, chosen one of CG, Chicano, Stan Lee, the one, the only, Frog Tony. And I'm joined by the Carpathian Trench Warrior.
Hell yeah.
Pennsylvania
Out
Jack.
here
What's
in the
up, TJ?
trenches.
Out here in the trenches. Ah, man, we have got quite the show for you tonight because we're going to be hanging out and reading Reddit all night long, baby. We're just going to have some fun. We're bringing fun back, TJ. Remember fun?
Right.
Remember when we would just chill out and look at weird stuff and just have a good time, just chatting with the chat, just not worried about things, not worried about all the backstabbers, the snakes, the rats, the roaches, what have you.
True.
Just having a good time. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. We had a good time last Sunday. So I want to continue that. I think we're going to be doing just these hangouts. There's going to be no real plan. We're just going to kind of go, hey, let's hang out and check out Reddit. Hey, let's hang out and just look at shit on Twitter. Let's hang out and just see what's on YouTube, right? It's going to be weird. We're going to do this. We're going to try this. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. The vetoes. The what? What are the vetoes? Is that like an award show? Fun. What's that? So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. We took off yesterday. I think maybe, depending on how well tonight goes, depending on how well things go going forward, we might do this more often, right? Obviously, I got to make sure that my schedule allows it. I got things I got to do. I got places to be, people to see. You know how it goes when you're the chosen one. But we're gonna be hanging out. TJ, how you been doing? Haven't seen you in a couple of days.
Yeah, we're already at the beginning of the month of December, and people are already planning for Christmas.
Man, people have been planning for Christmas for a while. TJ, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they're counting on me to be the overseer of the family gathering and shit.
I'm muted, TJ.
Damn.
Yeah, I was blowing my nose. I was hoping that you had more to say while I was doing that, but apparently you didn't, TJ.
Hail Patrick in the chat. Yeah, they're all counting on me to oversee everything in the parties and everything. We might, have a few recipes here and there from our good old Cobes. We might do the pizza with chips again. That's going to be good times. And I did try the what's it called? The monster drink, the mango with the Bacardi. It tastes good. Yeah.
Mango Bacardi. Speaking of monsters, the reason we were late is because my monthly delivery of monsters came in. So I had to go get them from the street. You know how that goes. I was out, TJ. I was out. It's all right. We got 4 cases came in today, so we're good. We're good for a couple of days.
Nice.
So what was I saying? Blew my nose. TJ didn't vamp very well. Monsters came in. Yeah, we're just gonna be hanging out, having fun. Oh, speaking of fun, so you guys might have heard, I have been working on an idea for like a podcast, for like a 2-man podcast. This is an idea that goes back, I want to say at least 8 months. So like 8 months ago, this idea came to me and another gentleman, and we were developing this, but then the other gentleman got in trouble with the law. So you might be familiar with who I'm talking about, but he got in trouble with the law. I wasn't able to YouTube, so that had to be put on the back burner. That idea then evolved into a new idea in which myself and Dalish were going to take it. However, she's really busy. She went from like, yeah, I could do it, to like, no, I'm busy. I got stuff to do. So it was really hard to work around the schedule. So now, hopefully, it's going to be me and little movie perp doing this idea going forward. Hopefully the schedules allow it, and hopefully everything works out just fine. I think me and perp will be good. Hop and the hairy back, something like that.
The Frog and Raptor show. Sure.
Yeah. So hopefully, it's going to be something that you guys can participate in. It's going to be something that is very familiar to you when you hear it, when you see it. It's going to be familiar instantly, but also our own little twist on the formula. And like I said, it's going to be interactive. It's going to be good for you to listen to. It's going to be good for us. And I think it's going to allow me and Perp to butt heads and do a lot of yelling and screaming at each other, which is going to be great for entertainment's sake. So I hope this thing works out and we get it off the ground. We're probably going to do a test run this weekend. I want to say either tomorrow or maybe Saturday or Sunday early. And we'll put it up on the channel and see how that goes, see how you guys like it. And then if, like I said, if we like the results, if we work well together, if everything is good and we are able to drag things out to a nice, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on how heated things get, then we'll be settled. We'll figure out a day of the week to do this every week, and we'll be off to the races next year. Butt heads, indeed. Ooh. 56K warning. You might be excited to hear that somebody reached out to me recently. Somebody that you're very familiar with. Someone from the old days, going way back. We might have a reappearance of none other than Days Gaming. Days Gaming might come back to do some things on the channel. So look out for that. We got a lot of big things going on. Like I said, people come, people go, people come back. It's the natural order of things around here. Change is always a constant. But hopefully we're getting things all situated, all set. Like I said, I'm working on some actual scripted content. It's not going to come out. It's not going to be like every day. I'm not going to be one of these guys that's every day putting out shitty content. So it's going to be scripted. It's going to be longer form. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully it's interesting to use and interesting to people outside the bubble. Yeah. So like I said, I want to take this serious, but I don't want to half-ass it either, right? I don't want to be like, I'm taking it serious by making shitty content every day. No, I want to take it serious by making good content every day, content that people enjoy, content people can watch over and over again.
Right, evergreen
content and just good content, right? So hopefully, a bearded white man on a hammock. That's right, 56K hammock man. Days Gaming might be coming back. Might be. I'm always here like a parasite. Well, thank you, CJH.
The OGs are coming back.
So that should be good. And with that, with Days Gaming possibly coming back and maybe some other people coming back to the fold, the prodigal sons. That's what, yeah, prodigal sons, right? Prodigal sons coming home. We might revive them, TJ. This is an idea that we used to do, and it's one that Finbar has really wanted to get back to doing. We just really somehow, somewhere along this YouTube journey, TJ, we sort of lost our way, right? Detracting was never our main focus. Detracting was like a side quest, right? Detracting was supposed to be like this thing that we sort of do sometimes, and it wasn't really, the purpose of this channel. Somehow, it has become the purpose, and everything else became the side mission, right? Everything else became the extra stuff, and detracting became the main course. So I think we're pulling up on the throttle. We're making sure that we don't crash into a mountain. We're looking out for icebergs, whatever metaphor it is you need to use to imagine that we're course correcting is what I'm saying, right?
Detracting should be the side dish. I've always said Gabbing with Geeks is really the heart of the channel.
It's the bullying RJ podcast. Yeah.
Poor RJ.
No, but yeah. So detracting will be like the garnish on the plate, like it used to be. No longer the main focus. But what I was saying is, if you can't, obviously you guys can't see it, but in my StreamYard, and if you go to our StreamYards, if you had access to it, you'll know that there's a little thing in the StreamYard that says upcoming shows, right? upcoming. And for the longest time, since April 7th, okay, that's how long ago, since April, this has been sitting there, unused, unloved.
Yeah.
But it's bad movies, good friends. We were supposed to watch Neil Breen's I Am Here. We had watched several Neil Breen movies. We watched Matt Jarbo's movie. I believe we watched a couple of like fan films, right? So yeah, so I think we're gonna try. I'm gonna get the guys together. I'm gonna see if we can get the team. See if we get the band back together, TJ, and do some good friends band movies. Oh God,
Sounds
I've seen
good.
every Breen film. Yeah, we were watching it. It was good. It was good. We would sit here with you guys. The whole purpose was to watch movies together, movies that are copyright free that we could watch, we could stream without any problem. We would let it play the whole time, make sure the volume is high enough to hear, but low enough that we could talk over it without any issues. And we just kind of like mystery science theater it, sort of, right? While we're watching, and with you guys in the chat. So yeah, so we might bring that back. And then, of course, as 56K Warning is saying, unloved anime hour. I actually thought about it, and I was thinking about it earlier, and I go, maybe. And again, this is just because I like a lot of things, right? I like a lot of things. I like doing different content. And so we just might bring back some sort of anime content on the channel. How do you feel about that, TJ?
It sounds good. There's a lot of good anime out there that we've watched. I'd like to comment on a few.
So, and again, it'll be from the perspective, right? It's not going to be the perspective of a guy who's like super in anime, super weeb man, anime 325 guy, right? No, it's going to be like, this is a guy who used to watch anime, then stopped, and now he's getting back in anime, right? That's the perspective that I'm giving you.
Right.
I used to
that's
be
my
into
case.
anime. I was really big into it in the 90s. Like I've told the story before, but like some local station decided they were going to start playing anime. Turns out they were playing a lot of hentai, but still, it was like a local station that was playing like hentai in the middle of the night. It's fucking, everyone knew about it in the neighborhood. Everyone was always talking about it. Tentacle Tuesdays, possibly. So, and then, I discovered later in life that a lot of the cartoons in the 80s that I liked, like Voltron and Transformers and, was it G-Force or Battle of the Planets, all that's actually anime, right? Technically.
True.
My dad hates it when I point it out. But I go,
Japan.
hey, yeah. You like Speed Racer. He's like, my dad loves fucking Speed Racer. I always go, haha, that's anime. He's like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes,
Same
it is.
art
It's
style
fucking
and
anime.
everything.
Hates when I say that. So yeah, so I think, like I said, we've lost our way. We've sort of got out of having fun, and as fun as the tracking can be fun, right? I do love making fun of people. I do love laughing at Eric July. But I think we got to bring more fun, a more robust, well-rounded version of fun, right?
Right. Especially now, we're trying to make a drama-free climate, right? That's the consensus. That's the agreement people have.
So I don't know about all that drama-free shit. I just know that I want to have a good time, and I like a lot of different things, and I don't want to be pigeonholed, right? I don't want to be like, oh man, because it's come to the point where I wake up and like, fuck, I hope Eric didn't do nothing today, right? Like I hope there's no like clips because I really don't feel like talking about this shit again, right?
You end up feeling you're on repeat, right? Like you end up watching the same video, even though it isn't, right?
Yeah, because it's like you're making the same points, like it's the same way when I was reviewing Vito's comic. It's like just making this like, yeah, that the mouth is retarded looking. The fucking this is not consistent. They're not consistent from panel to panel. It's like the same criticism over and over and over again, right? And it's the same thing with Eric July. It's like, yeah, this is just crappy writing. This is just bad art. This is not good looking. This is not appealing. It's just nothing fresh. There's nothing fresh to it. So yeah, I feel in love with anime style. What? So yeah, so going forward, we'll be bringing back some anime content. We'll be bringing back some movie nights. Thing with a little movie perp that I'm doing. What else? There was something else, TJ. What was it?
Well, why do you figure that out? Like, guys, subscribe to Music Master, all right? There's some good AI music about repertoires and shit.
Shilling Music Master. God damn it.
He makes good music.
Does he make it, or does he just let the AI write the lyrics? If he's writing the lyrics,
well,
if he's not doing the lyrics,
no, he does. Like he always asks me about the lore of things and what to write, so he does make the lyrics.
Says, when is the Wicked segment? Tuesday. If you go to Tuesday, we talked about Wicked and how much money it made and why I don't like the idea of Wicked and the concept of Wicked, since it goes against the lore of the Wizard of Oz books. Right.
Tuesday is where it's at, by the way. You guys, you always tune in for Tuesday Night Drift.
What else is there? So yeah, so bringing back anime, bringing back the bad movies, good friends stuff, podcast with perp, long form content, scripted. Anything else? I think it's something else, but now I can't remember. TJ. Also, shout out to John Wong. John Wong from Australia sent me not only Achromatic Chronicles Blue, so I got to read that and give my opinions on that. But he sent me 3 manga.
Okay.
Okay, so they're not exactly PG manga. Okay, so, but they're these 3 manga called Frogmen.
Another Frogman.
No, not Frogman. Frogmen.
Men. Okay.
Men. Yeah. And pull it up on eBay.
So people using the military term again, right?
No. These are frogs. There's just 3 of them.
All right.
I know it's weird. Hold on. It's like DNA Super Warrior Frogmen. Some shit like that.
Oh, it's like those insect warriors who fight cockroaches on Mars.
It's this.
That's
Right.
Scenarios. Oh, look at that.
It's written by Eugen, Super DNA Warrior Frogmen. So he sent me all 3 books, 1, 2, and 3. And like I said, they are. They're all in Japanese, so obviously I can't understand what the hell is going on in them. But they're a little risque, if you will. There's some nudity, some stuff like that in there. So,
yeah, I can see Battletoads in there. 3 frogs, right?
So I'm gonna look over those. And, I guess sort of give my impressions of it, because like I said, I can't read Japanese. Maybe I'm gonna see if there's a translation out there somewhere on them. And then
there's also like a found footage Lovecraftian horror movie called Frogman. I actually watched that.
Kyle Ken says, just admit it, you got hentai. It's not hentai, but it's eroji. It's eroji, so it's like erotica, not exactly hentai.
It was just risque, on the edge.
Yeah. And Eugen is known for making ecchi fan service manga. Exactly. That's what I said. It's eroji. It's ecchi. It's not exactly hentai. It's right there on the line. Everyone goes, no, it's hentai. It's hentai, Tony. It's not hentai. He did not. John Wong did not send me from Australia hentai, guys. Okay.
That would be weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. No wonder why he actually put them inside the Achromatic Chronicles and like wrapped them up in tape. He like taped them inside of another book. So it was weird. All right, what else? I know there was something else, and it's gonna bug me all day until I figure out what it was that we were gonna do.
You'll end up remembering it at the end of the stream. Or
Probably.
after we end the stream.
I'll end the stream and I'll be like, oh man, that was the thing I wanted to talk about.
It happens to me too.
Make a thorough review. I will, Zombie Boy. It'll be as thorough as a guy who doesn't read Japanese can make. All right. Well, let's get to the Reddit. Guys, this is a personal favorite of mine. Am I the asshole? TJ, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Obviously, we can't comment or nothing on Reddit because Reddit's gay. But wow, this is okay already. This is a good looking one here, TJ. This one got some potential.
Holy
Am
shit.
I the asshole for not telling my boyfriend the reason for his father's death?
Damn.
That I can't even imagine. I'm trying to think of a scenario where somebody's dad dies, and you know the reason, and then you don't tell your boyfriend why. How does he not know why he died? I guess we got to read it, TJ. I guess we got to read it.
Find out.
Damn it! They deleted it.
What?
God damn it!
What about the
But
comments?
here it is. It's okay. It's in the comments because they always auto copy it. Comment is a copy of your post so readers can see the original text if your post is edited or removed. There you go. I, F23, have recently started dating my boyfriend, M26. It's been around 4 months of us being together. However, we knew of each other because of our mothers. They were high school best friends and were constantly forcing us to hang out when we were children. Naturally, there's a lot of pretext for, hey, this is what happened, but this is how women write. Women don't get to the heart of the matter. They want to add all this extra shit, fucking prologue to the story.
Squirrel talk before going to the heart of the matter.
Yeah. Naturally, as we grew older, we kind of went our separate ways, bumping into each other from time to time. This year, our mothers got into a fight and stopped talking to each other completely. Coincidentally, not long after their falling out, we got together. I was aware of how all that looked and the potential of family getting involved in our relationship, but I didn't care since I fell for him hard. Recently, my mother brought up stuff about my boyfriend's family. His dad died 20 years ago, and I was well aware of that, but not the details of his passing. So the kid was 6 when his dad died, and the girlfriend was 3. Is she going to say that her mom killed her boyfriend's father? TJ,
That would be a twist.
I haven't read ahead, but
Right.
At one occasion, my boyfriend's mother confided to my mother that the reason for his death wasn't diabetes, which she told my boyfriend too, but instead heroin and HIV.
Oh, shit.
There's a lot more to unpack in the situation. The fact that my boyfriend's mother married his father for the wealth of their family, since his grandfather is a famous director, divorcing him when my boyfriend was an infant because she was given an absurd amount of money to do so from the grandmother. This broke his father's heart and made him go down a spiral. So his mom is a fucking gold digger, got pregnant, and then divorced the dad because she got a big payout. Then the dad went fucking nuts, TJ. See, this is why women are evil, right?
True.
I really didn't think we were going to be this early in the stream when I went women are evil, but women fucking evil. Ready for my shill session? Says Preston. Sounds like a soap opera plot. It does. Frog Dang Gang. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep reading. There's so much more. My mom knows all of this since she was the only person that was physically present in those moments and was deliberately told this information. My boyfriend had zero knowledge of anything. His mother told him absolutely nothing about the death of his father. He tried asking countless times and she just shrugged him off or simply changed the topic. There's also a lot more to this. This just barely scratches the surface. I genuinely have no idea what to do. I don't want to stay silent since I'd be robbing him of the truth. but I also don't want to get involved with something that's pretty serious and personal. What would you do in this situation, TJ?
Man, there's a lot to unpack, right? Here's the thing. What if this is the girl assuming all of this shit?
Well, she said that
context.
Well, she's saying that her mother told her this, right? We have to assume
Right.
that this is what her mom said.
First
First off, if his grandfather is a famous director, right? Here's what they said. I would assume that either the boyfriend has no idea who his real grandfather is, right? Like,
yeah,
because if the guy's famous, usually it's like, oh, a grandson of famous director ODs on heroin, right? That'd be like a fucking story, right? So
zombie boy, make her mom tell him, yeah.
So what I was saying is, like, you would know, like, right? Like, if your fucking grandfather was like Steven Spielberg, and then Steven Spielberg's son OD'd on heroin, everyone would know, and then you would just know because, like, oh, you would see this fucking stories,
deal, right?
Right? It'd be in like his Wikipedia page and shit.
Yeah.
So his mom must not have told him who his father is or who his father is related to. All right, here's what I would do if I was the girlfriend, right? I would find the grandfather or whoever is still living from that family, right? Assuming the grandfather is still alive, and I would go, hey, I know exactly how your son died, and I'm going to tell your grandson so he can come and claim all your money unless you pay me. Yeah, that is blackmail, but fuck it. At this point, I want some of that money. His mom got to pay out. I want to pay out. What do you think, TJ? Think that's a plan?
Right. Yeah, that is a plan. Sure. Take advantage of all the secrets, you know?
Yeah. That's what I would do. All right. Let's see. So we can get another good one in here. Dad for an argument. Am I the asshole for meeting up with a friend's ex and not telling them?
Oof.
I feel like the title's really not. Like, would it be a big deal? Like, if I met up with a friend, like if I met your ex-wife, right? Or if you met my ex-wife just to meet up, right? Like you had coffee or something, I wouldn't think it's a big deal. But like, if they're hooking up or something, I think that would be a big deal. So I think this sounds like there's going to be more to it. What do you think, DJ?
Yeah, I think there's more to it.
Hi, all. My friend and I both, 20F, had a falling out last month and haven't really spoken since. And I'd like some advice on how to go forward. You can tell this is a 20-year-old because they spelled advice with the S. I'd like some advice. I'd like some advice on going forward.
Bad spelling already.
Right. I was friends with her ex first. My friend and ex then met at a house party and started dating. I was friends with her ex first. My friend and ex then met.
Then met at a house party. Okay.
They dated for about 1 year before the ex broke up with her. When they broke up, I kept in contact with ex, which I thought friend knew about, although I never explicitly said so. I haven't seen ex for a while, so we arranged a meetup with us and a couple of others. Okay, so first off, here's the first problem I have, TJ. No girl should be friends with her ex-boyfriend.
Yep. That's the first mistake. Yeah.
Well, not just a mistake. Someone wants to fuck the other person, right? You were boyfriend, girlfriend. You're presumably fucking. You presumably had some sort of physical relationship, right? And you broke up for reasons. You broke up for reasons. Now, the only reason to stay friends is because you want to hook up with them still, right? Or get back together.
True. Yeah, that's the purpose of orbiting, right? Maybe I'll have a chance again.
Yeah. Or like if you're a dude, you're like, yeah, I broke up with you because I moved on. But like, you know, in the middle of the night, if I need a booty call, I can call you up because I know you still got feelings, right?
Yep.
And you haven't seen X in a while, so you arranged. So we arranged a meetup. That also is really Weasley. Right? Someone had a. Well, no. Here's the thing. Somebody had to call somebody, right? You didn't mutually call each other. It wasn't like you tried to call him and he was calling you at the same time, right? No. So one of you arranged the meetup. That's a very key and very important thing to know, right? You hadn't seen each other in a while. So somebody called someone else and went, hey, we haven't talked in a while. We should meet up. You know he just broke up, so he's not getting any. So he's probably like, fuck, I'm horny. Let me call my ex and maybe I get something from her. And the other ex is like mad at me right now because we just broke up, but this one we broke up a while ago and I could probably get into her pants again. About 2 days before the meetup, friend asked me what I was doing on the weekend. I didn't want to say I'm meeting up with your ex and a couple of others since I thought it would be weird to bring it up. So I sort of skipped over the question and didn't think much of it. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Yeah, those Bears are doing really good in the NFL. It's like that. It's like you can't just skip over a question someone asked you.
Yeah.
Anyway, friend found out about the meetup and messaged me to ask why I lied to her about it. You know why you lied? Because you wanted to fuck him. You lied because you knew that if you told the truth, she might tell you not to go, or she might decide to go herself, or she might call the ex and be like, hey, I want you back. Because you're like, oh man, I could probably fuck this guy. Says, I then told her I didn't mean to lie. It would just be weird to me to mention it to her, and I thought she didn't need to know. I apologized and said that I would have told her if I knew that's what she preferred, and that I didn't intend to hide it from her, but she sort of blanked me after that. We haven't really spoken since, and I'm wondering if I was the asshole here for not just telling her when she asked that I was meeting her ex. My opinion was that she didn't need to know because, to me, it was a meetup between a couple of old friends. But I understand how it would have seemed sneaky or friend might have felt betrayed. Yeah, it was sneaky because you were being fucking sneaky. You were trying to meet with your ex-boyfriend, who was also her ex-boyfriend, right?
Yeah. That was her agenda all along.
In this day and age, met is a heavy word. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Them hoes ain't loyal. Can't trust them women. Can't trust those women. I would say she's the asshole. What do you think, TJ? Is she the asshole?
100%, yeah.
100%. Oh. Am I the asshole for refusing to sleep in pajamas when sharing a hotel room with my brother-in-law? This is a weird one just off the bat, TJ.
Right.
Like how do you refuse? Like I haven't clicked it yet. We're gonna click it, but my initial thought is like, okay, so if I've had to share hotel rooms, I've had to share rooms with other people, going on trips, doing stuff, or just staying at someone's house or whatever, right? And the idea of someone refusing to wear pajamas means that someone asked or someone told you to wear pajamas, right?
Yeah, what led them to ask you to wear pajamas, right?
And pajamas aren't really like, no one's like, hey, put this lingerie on so you can sleep. It's like, hey, it's probably, I haven't read the story yet again, but I'm just thinking like, I could imagine it'd be like, hey, you don't have to sleep in your jeans. You can just put your pajamas on. It's no big deal, right? Like I'll go in the other room while you change, or you can go in the bathroom and change, right? It's like, I can see that kind of conversation happening, but not like, put on pajamas now. No, I refuse. Like, what the fuck's going on here, TJ? Also, why are you sharing a hotel room with your brother-in-law? This is a really weird situation here, TJ. This past weekend, I also was a dude. I was assuming it was a woman, TJ. This is a dude. The dude didn't want to wear pajamas with his brother-in-laws. Sturgis and homeless Larry exchange pajamas. Ew. TJ, you still with us?
My internet is slowing down for some reason.
God damn it. I don't know if you heard, TJ, but this was a dude.
Oh, shit.
Right, I was thinking it was a woman, right? So it says, this past weekend, I, 25M, was invited to my wife's cousin's bachelor party. We split off into hotel rooms of 2, and since I didn't know a ton of people there, I roomed with my wife's brother. He's a couple years older than me, and we've gone to the gym together and whatnot, but never been amazing friends. The first night there was a decent amount of drinking. I noticed when he got into bed that he wore a sweatshirt and sweatpants. I ended up wearing one of those tank top undershirts in my
booty shorts, sure.
No, he's wearing there is no TJ. There is no scenario in which, first off, I didn't even think they were getting in the same bed because you can get 2 beds. You can get hotel rooms that have 2 beds.
True.
Right? But so it's one bed. Like, why? In what world would you, a heterosexual man, get into a bed with another man in your underwear?
This is weird already. God damn.
Yeah, now I can understand where he's like, put fucking pajamas on, dude. Extra
This is
layer.
bordering situation all over again.
56 says, internet slowing down equals this is getting boring. No, it's getting good.
The problem is now, like, I'm on stream, right? For some reason here, it's like I'm just seeing the buffering sign. I can't even see what you're sharing. That's how messed up my internet is now.
God damn it, TJ.
It's December.
I don't know what that means. It's December. That's what, internet's bad. Says, I don't think he noticed until the next morning when I took off the covers and he asked if I had anything else to sleep in. I told him I really only brought jeans, but I'd be happy to keep them by the bed and not sit around and talk to him like that tomorrow. We had some free time during the day, then had a chiller dinner the second night. When it came time to get to bed, he pulled out some pajama pants and a cheap long sleeve shirt and said he brought them for me. I told him I'd wear the pajama pants if it was important to him, but I wouldn't wear the shirt. He said it was awkward, and admittedly, my shirt is one of those tight undershirts. But I don't know why that matters to him. I ended up getting annoyed and not even wearing the pants to sleep. And he said that I wasn't being a good temporary roommate, arguing he was doing a good deed by rooming with me and not one of the people he's closer to. Am I the asshole? Yes, 100% you're the fucking asshole.
100%. Yeah.
What? Again, in
And
what
gay.
world? And gay. It's like, in what world would you go, hey, I'm going to sleep in a tight shirt and underwear. And he didn't even say like they were like fucking boxers or boxer briefs. I'm assuming he's in like the tidy whities. Sleep naked and assert dominance.
Double down, sure.
He seems like the kind of guy that he's like, why are you sleeping back to back? We should be sleeping like no, dude, turn around. Like, we don't. They'd be like fucking a wall of pillows in between us if I was the brother-in-law. Fuck. That's your wife's brother too, right? Like, I don't know why he didn't call your wife. That'd be the first thing. Like, if
True.
If one of my brother-in-laws was doing that shit, that when I woke up in the morning, like sometime that day, I would have called his wife, like, "Hey, your fucking husband's sleeping in his underwear, and it's really weird. I don't want to kick him out of the fucking hotel room, but I'm going to, unless you call him and have a talk with him." Fucking weird. Let's see. Complaining about our neighbors playing a prayer at 5 a.m. What the hell? Am I the asshole for wanting my mom to stop hanging out with my ex-boyfriend? Do you think they're just hanging out, TJ? Does that sound like a thing?
Sounds suspicious to me.
Sounds very suspicious. All right, here's a good one. Am I the asshole for playing my game when my girlfriend was asleep? Context. My girlfriend said I wasn't sweet to her a lot, so when I got home from school today, I gave her a handwritten love note. I know, childish. and made us pancakes and tea when we got home. I told her I'd watch TV with her all day today, so we started watching a movie on the couch. She fell asleep later into the first movie, and I stayed beside her until the movie was over. I got bored and didn't want to wake her up because she looked so tired, so I decided to get up and go grind on Warframe. Well, she just woke up a moment ago and was mad at me saying I'm a dick because I did exactly what I said I wouldn't do. When I told her that I never said I wouldn't play my game, I only said I'd watch TV with her all day and that she'd fell asleep, and I thought of waking her up. She said bullshit and for me to stop talking and go play my game. But I don't think I'm a dick for that. Please don't if I am. Wow. This guy sounds like he's fucking very young.
Yeah. We'll put it that way, sure.
Like,
Rob
I
100%. He's doing the same thing.
Yeah. Tony's getting PT. I am dumper ass. It's here's the thing. She's kind of a bitch. Okay, 100%. She's a fucking
True.
bitch.
The fact that she made the big deal out of it, right?
Yeah. If she would have been like, "Hey, I woke up. Let's finish watching the movies." I'd be like, "Oh, okay. Let me turn this off, and I'll go back."
There you go. Yeah.
But to be like, "Hey, what the fuck?" Like, whoa, bitch, you're asleep. What do you want me to do? Just sit there and do nothing? See the comments. Comments are always good. Not the asshole. What did she expect you to do? Wake her up? Sit quietly until she woke up? Oh, shit. Reddit's changing. Even Reddit's changing. Usually this would be like, dump him. Not the asshole. Your girlfriend is, though. I understand wanting to spend time together, but she fell asleep. What did she expect you to do? You're not allowed to have fun without me in any way at any time. Yikes. Not the asshole.
See, even the Redditors get it. Look.
Yeah, Reddit usually always sides with the woman, so I'm so astonished. You're both 12?
That's what it sounds like.
Break up with her. Let me give you that advice, dude. Just fucking break up with her. Leave her.
She's too obsessive and clingy. That's not good.
No, it's not. It's not obsessive and clingy. Clingy would be like she always wants to be around you, but this is like she fell asleep and she's just mad that you like left her on the couch. Depending on how fat she is, maybe that's the issue, right? If she's like really small, right? I can see you like picking her up and putting her in the bed, right? Tucking her in. You're tired. Let me tuck you in. But if she's like really fat and you can't carry her, like, yeah, leave her ass on the couch. Well, if she's asleep, smash one more time, then go. Yeah, you woke up and grumpy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I used to have to deal with that shit all the time. TJ, I don't know how your ex was, but she'd always be like, "I'm tired." I'm like, "Okay, go to bed." She's like, "No, I'm tired." I'm like, "Oh, we gonna fuck?" No, I'm tired. Well, then what are you telling me for? I'm not tired. You're going to bed. I'm going to play video games, right? That's the only time I can't play video games when you're awake because you're mad because you want to spend time together and watch movies or do other things, right? But if you're asleep, it's me time, right?
As it should be, yeah.
I'm like, you're the one who bought the PlayStation for me. You're like, Merry Christmas, here's a PlayStation. Now you don't want me to play it. Like, why did you buy it? Just to tease me with it? Women, I tell you, TJ, can't live with them. Just can't live.
She woke up grumpy, yeah, Jabba. My older sister vapes. Grief counseling. No, that's not good. What? Am I the asshole for saying my partner can't store her breast milk in the fridge? It's a lot to unpack there.
I'm assuming they're lesbians because Any guy who calls their girlfriend or wife partner is a fucking bag. Okay.
Oh,
So you
true.
can sugarcoat it. Jumping in. My partner and I have been discussing the topic of kids and if we want them. The topic came to feeding. I suggested formula. However, my partner said that formula is expensive and she could just pump and store the bottles in the fridge. Personally, I am disgusted by the idea of storing her milk in the fridge next to our food. I think it's unhygienic. Just don't want to open the fridge door and see her milk on this. First off, are you retarded?
Aren't you partners?
Not just that, but like you're gonna drink some of that too. It's gonna happen. You might not want it. Like, unless you're going to stay away from her breast for the next like 12 months, right? You're gonna get some of that milk in your mouth. Okay. You're gonna be on that nipple, and that milk's gonna come out and right in your mouth. And it's warm. It's what have you ever had breast milk, TJ?
Well, as a baby, sure.
No. So you've never, as an adult, had breast milk?
Nope.
Really? How's this? You got kids though, right?
Yes.
So what? You just stayed away from your wife's breast while she was pregnant?
No, I mean she took care of everything. That's not what.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but TJ, what I'm saying is okay. I'm trying to say this in a way that doesn't get us demonetized, but you know, after your wife has a kid, did your wife breastfeed?
Yes.
Okay, so then at no point did you, when you were intimate, you were sucking on her titties, because that milk's gonna come out whether you're a child or an adult. Whoever's sucking them titties, milk's gonna come out. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, true.
So I'm saying, like, so you've never like accident, like, I didn't say like do it on purpose, but like you would just accidentally, like, you're just like getting freaky. Next thing you know, squirt right in your mouth.
Right, it happens.
Okay, so you've had breast milk. It's not unhygienic. It's warm. I got some. It's sweet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a little sweet. You know, it's warm though, because obviously it's coming from the body. It's not, hasn't been refrigerated or anything.
Again, these are supposedly partners. This is the baffling part.
It's not unhygienic. It's not like, what does he think? It's like, it's just milk. Where does he think cow milk comes from?
The cow's milk is unhygienic because it came from the cow.
I have said I would rather buy her a separate mini fridge just for her and the baby. Am I the ass for not wanting her breast milk in the fridge? Yes, 100%.
100%.
First off, how much room do you think it's taking up? No one answered this. No one bothered coming to like, wait. We ain't gonna.
It's too obvious. Let them figure it out.
Breast milk is delicious. Okay, just saying. It's mostly water too. It's just weird. It's got to be a fucking millennial.
Yeah,
not a millennial. Fucking Zoomer.
A Zoomer. Yeah.
Am I the asshole for waking up my roommate and calling her a spoiled brat? Well, yes. First off, waking someone up just to call him a spoiled brat, it's kind of an asshole move.
Yeah, that is an asshole move.
Well, let's see what the justification is for this one. Am I the asshole for waking up my roommate and calling her a spoiled brat after she got mad? Well, yeah, you woke her up. Unless there was a fucking fire, there's really no reason to wake anybody up, right? There's my roommate and I, both 19F, our first year at university. Ooh, this sounds like a penthouse letter. Two 19-year-olds staying together. The heat went out, so they gotta, huddle for warmth, TJ. For context, I am a bursary student, which basically means I get more financial support due to my low income background. My roommate, let's call her M, is much more well off than me and comes from boarding school, rich parents, etc. At first, we got along really well. Sounds like you're jealous of her just right off the bat. Sounds like You're being a jealous petty bitch. You're poor. You probably have to get a job. She gets to fucking party and have fun, and you're just really mad about it. So it sounds like to me. I haven't even gotten to the rest of the story.
She wants to put hard times on her friend over here.
Well, it's not her friend. It's just a fucking. You get randomly
Roommate.
assigned. Yeah.
True.
Problems started coming up when M continued going out at night, clubbing, partying, and would come back usually drunk and delirious, proceeding to wake me up around 4 a.m. In the mornings, I usually try to be quiet. I wouldn't switch on the lights while getting ready in order not to wake her up, even though she never gave me the same treatment. Also, by the way, I go out too, but not every night like she does. And I enjoy drinking, partying as much as the next student, but I want to make the most of my studies. Plus, I can never afford continuous club nights. See, that just sounds like you're being a bitch because someone's rich and has money to fucking go out.
Yep.
Another issue is she often brings people around to our room, sometimes female friends who sleep on the floor, and she would only ask permission a few hours before, like, by the way, my friend is staying around tonight. Okay. I found it annoying, but not really a major issue until she started bringing her boyfriend around. Well, maybe you should have brought your boyfriend.
The jealousy. Look at this.
I was coming back on Monday to find Em and her boyfriend napping in our room, which really frustrated me because I never bring my boyfriend around as I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. First off, what the fuck? You walked in on them fucking? You didn't hear them? How silent were they fucking that you didn't hear them? Because napping, you put napping in quotation, so they obviously were not napping. You were just trying to be cute about it. But that guy wasn't hitting it right because, man, she should have been very vocal.
Spying on them.
And bring your boyfriend around.
Yeah.
That night, she went out as usual and came back around 4 a.m. Tuesday morning. Threw up in our waste bin and fell asleep. I decided that enough was enough, and as she was going to live with no regard to me, she knew I had a test at 9 a.m., that I would do the same. I got up by switching on all the lights and not tiptoeing around like I usually do. She woke up and yelled at me for being loud, saying she had a massive headache and had only 2 hours of sleep and needed to rest. I said that I also wanted to sleep, but I couldn't because she had woken me up coming back at 4 a.m. And that actually she had been really inconveniencing me the last few weeks, to which she decided to respond that it wasn't her fault I was, quote, too boring and, quote, too stingy to go out, and that she was acting like a normal first-year student, that I was the weird one. I responded by saying, yeah, well, you're just a spoiled brat who's wasting her parents' money by missing all her classes to sleep and party.
Spoiled with the tea.
Yeah, and I'm done dealing with her. That she started crying as I left for my class, and I came back to the news that she reported me for discriminatory comments. Am I the asshole? We have a meeting for reconciliation and conflict resolution coming up where I'm expected to profusely apologize. Yeah, you're the asshole because I feel like you're leaving out comments. If she reported you for discriminatory comments, you probably said a lot worse things.
Oh, she must have said some vile shit. Yeah. There's no way.
Especially if she was like, you feel like you're a spoiled brat. Like, I don't think she'd start crying. I think she'd probably laugh or be like, whatever, bitch.
Okay.
Right? Like, yeah. So I assume that there's got to be more to this than what she's letting on, right, TJ?
Yep.
I understand the frustration of not being able to sleep. It's both your rooms, right? You're equal. Here's the problem, right? The roommate, the actual roommate, was just acting like she always acted, right? She was being normal. This girl was changing her behavior in order to accommodate the roommate, right? And so she set the precedent. She set the precedent that she was okay with it. She was okay with the roommate coming back at 4 a.m. She was okay with being quiet in the morning. She did
enabled her, if anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So the roommate got used to it for 2 weeks. This is the way it goes, right? Like, you can't just suddenly, like, you change it up and go, oh, wait a minute. Like, if she was like, day one was like, no, bitch, like, you come in at 4 a.m. like that again, and I'm gonna whoop your ass. Then maybe
none of this would have happened.
Yeah. Let me see if she commented anything. If any follow-up comments. That's crazy. Yes, you're the asshole. You turned on all the lights and made a bunch of noise on purpose. If you go through life judging people and trying to punish them, you will have a terrible life. Mitigate that kind of behavior now before it's too late.
Yeah.
What was the name of the person who did this? Was Ardith Rue. So that's what we're looking for. I hate the way fucking Reddit is. I just got what I don't know what all that shit means. Participant. Did she respond to any of the comments? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's any OP here. Your post kind of reeks of jealousy. I don't get what her background or yours even added to the story. It's completely irrelevant. Yep. She's a dick for going out partying until 4 a.m. and waking you up. But it really, and then it just kind of. I agree. Like, that's what I'm saying. When women write, they add all kind of extra context to try to get you on their side. Like, look, you have to understand, I'm really, really poor, and I'm very hard pressed upon. I got hard times, and she's really rich and spoiled and stuff. So now here's the situation. She ate my butter, and I was pissed about. Like, you should have just started with that. Like, she fucking. You knew you're the asshole, man. That's pretty much like I'm gonna say 90% of the people that come to "Am I the asshole?" know that they're the asshole, right?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have to ask anybody, right? I've never had to ask anybody if I'm being an asshole because I know I'm being an asshole. I know exactly when I'm being an asshole, and I know when I'm not being an asshole. It's like training a dog. Yeah, exactly, zombie boy. First rule of living with other people: you have to deal with shit in the house and in the bathrooms. Reddit has a dark mode. Oh, Reddit has a dark mode. Are we complaining about how bright it is? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out. Let me see if I can figure out Reddit's dark mode for you guys.
Maybe shit's easier to find in dark mode. Let's see.
I don't think there's a dark mode. I don't see it. I am using old Reddit, so let me go to new Reddit. Hold on. Man, new Reddit has dark mode. I don't think old Reddit has dark mode. Ate her butter. Is this Melody? No, I'm just saying, like, they usually, instead of just going with, like, am I the asshole for doing this? They're like, here's a bunch of story to go along with it, right?
Let me give you extra context before I give you my hibbity-jibbity.
See, the other one had, like, a big list. Now it's, like, more fucking shit to read. Like, the other one didn't have, like, this little, like, extra shit. It just had the fucking titles. Oh, wait a minute. Am I the asshole for asking my boyfriend not to bring a female friend to his work holiday party?
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you're not his girlfriend. The other chick is. All right.
That's what it is.
My boyfriend and I are long distance, and I am unable to make his semi-formal holiday party. He informed me he wants to take a friend in my place, either Bob, a man, or Sally, a woman. But he's leaning towards Sally because he wants to bring a woman so he doesn't, quote, stand out. And it might look weird if he brings a guy. No. See, he was never going to bring Bob. Bob was just suggested to make it seem like he was leaning. There was another option, like, I might bring Bob or maybe Sally.
He wouldn't have said anything. You know? He wouldn't have made a big deal out of any of this. If this wasn't the case.
This explanation made me feel much worse than if he had just said, she's my friend, and that had the availability to go. But still wouldn't have felt 100% about it either way. He's essentially recognizing that it will look like a date, because it is, to all his coworkers, and is fine with that. Feels icky that he'd rather have a fake date rather than tell people why his girlfriend couldn't make it. Well, see, essentially his girlfriend is going to make it because Sally is his girlfriend. Or at the very least, Sally's the girl he's fucking because she's here and you're over there. This is why 99% of long distance relationships don't work, right? You literally have no idea what anyone is doing, and they can do anything. People cannot be fucking trusted. I don't know if TJ feels the same way, but People cannot be trusted.
Yep.
If your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, whatever, is long distance where you cannot reach them within hours, if you cannot get to your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, within an hour and a half max, right? We'll say 2 hours if you live in a city and everyone's like rush hour traffic. I get it, right? Whatever. But what I'm saying is if you can't get there within a reasonable amount of time, then he's fucking someone else. She's fucking someone else. They're doing something. Because that's a fucking buffer. There's no way for you to know what's going on. If you live in Atlanta and they live in fucking Dallas, right? You have no idea what he's doing. What are you doing tonight? Nothing. I'm turning in early tonight. It's 8:00. I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm so fucking tired. He's out there fucking bitches, right?
There's also the possibility that they lied about you about everything. They're probably catfishing you even. It would be that, it would be that bad.
I watched my lesbian friend get catfished by a 500-pound monster. Very rarely does it work out.
See?
Humans are unstable creatures. It's not just that. It's like, here's the thing. I know there's going to be like someone's like, no, actually, I made it through a long distance. If you make it through a long distance relationship.
Like, some people are lucky, but still.
No, not good for you, bad for you. One of y'all fucked around and you just didn't find out yet, right? Okay, I'm 100%. Because here's the thing. We want intimacy. We want connection. We want time and attention, right? And if you're gone, right? Like you're gone. I don't see you for weeks, for months, whatever it is, right? Like I'm gonna be horny. I'm gonna want someone to hug on. I'm gonna want someone to, we're talking on the phone. You're getting me all jazzed up. You're getting my engine all revved up, and I got nothing. I got no release. So yeah, I'm gonna go out and find somebody, right? Same thing. You get her all excited. You get her. She's all revved up. She's all ready to go. What do you think she's gonna do? You think she's just gonna be like, okay, well, my boyfriend has gotten me all excited, got me all jazzed up. I'm gonna wait another 30 days until I see him again. No, she's gonna go out and find someone. Or there's gonna be a guy.
There's a reason why military women,
yeah,
keep cheating, right? There's a reason.
There'll be a guy at work. There'll be a guy at fucking, in her bowling league, or in her fucking tennis, whatever the fuck she leaves the house. There's dudes all over the place. You don't think people are hitting on her? You don't think people are trying shit? And sure, maybe that first week she fucking blows everybody off. Maybe the first month, first 2 months, but eventually it'll get wore down. It's like rocks under a waterfall, right? Just slowly but surely the fucking resistance is eroding. Have one bad fight, just one bad fight on the phone, right, TJ? She hangs up. Yeah. Fuck you. What do you think? That's it. You better fly out because that's it. It's over. Tony and Black TJ are in a long distance relationship. No. I still call her Ishmael to this day. I'm telling you, man, it doesn't work. There's no point. I said I was fine about it when he look, if you want to talk to some chick that's long distance, if you want to be friends and exchange FaceTimes and videos or pictures or whatever, that's cool, right? Just don't get invested is what I'm saying. Don't get invested. Don't think that there's going to be like an actual relationship, right? At least not now.
Like a casual one, yeah.
Like if one of you are eventually moving to the other one's location or near the other one's location or something, or she's like when she goes away to college, break up with her. You go away to college, break up with her. It's not gonna work. Okay,
move on.
When you come back, you could reconnect when you get back, but it's not gonna work long distance. I'm telling you. Okay, it's not me speaking; it's reality speaking. Okay, so. If you treat it casual, if you just treat it like, hey, we're cool. And if, when I'm in town, we hook up. When she's in town, we hook up, whatever. That's fine. You want to, talk and flirt on the phone or flirt in text messages or something. That's cool. But if you think that there's an actual relationship there, you think there's going to be a relationship there, you think you're going to maintain it, it's not going to happen. There's You're going to text her one time and she's not going to answer, or she's going to text you and you're not going to be around, and that's going to lead to all kind of shit. Even if you're not doing anything, she's going to think you're doing something. So then she's going to do something because she thinks you're doing something, and then you're going to do something because you thought she was doing something. It's not worth the fucking headache, is what I'm saying. So I'm saying all that to say this. Guys, don't fuck women that live more than 2 hours away. Okay? It's like maintaining a relationship while in jail. Yeah.
True.
You got to watch your booty hole and make sure that your girl on the outside is happy. I said I was fine when it was first brought up because we were arguing and I didn't want to seem insecure. But I want to bring it up again and tell him it feels disrespectful. Am I the asshole? I don't know if you're the asshole, but man.
You're an idiot. Am I the idiot? We should change the name.
He's bringing a date. You're not insecure. He's bringing a date. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Sounds like you are the side piece. He can go alone. There you go. Not the asshole. I would get an ick about this too. Stop saying the ick, ladies. Stop saying with that. I get the ick. You're giving me.
Yeah, let's not
stop that shit. He wants to bring a woman so he doesn't stand out. It's an orgy. He's got to make sure he brings a woman to the orgy. Guess what? He had no intention of asking Bob. He just threw his name in there to distract you. Why would it be weird if he brought a male friend to a work event with people that already know him? The implied homophobia of his thinking is pathetic. He was trying to trick you into consent. He seems deceitful. Exactly.
Well, I don't know about the homophobia, but still.
Well, he said that. He said it would be weird.
Yeah.
He goes, it would be weird if I showed up with a dude, implying that, they would give him shit about it. But yeah. Definitely no good. Breast milk, we already did that one. Caring about your grandma, not really. Spoiled brat. Leaving dishes. Don't leave dishes. You're an asshole for leaving dishes in the sink. I don't even have to read the excuse of why you did it. Stop doing that.
True. Right? Wash them dishes.
All right. Am I the asshole for not being more consistent with responding to text? Yes. I don't even have to read this to know. Yes. Why? I'm just going to say this. If you're not responding to a text message, there's no interest. Guys, move on. If you text somebody and they don't respond to you within a reasonable amount of time and they are not fucking dead or in a car crash or something, there's no interest. Just move the fuck on. Okay. What's up, Plungecast? I like how it's assumed that there's only one asshole. Yeah. No, you could. There's an option for everyone's the asshole. Put them on red. No. Or thumbs up the text. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I know I do that a lot to people. What's that?
I'm saying back XFEB, by the way, here. I shared the link.
Excellent. And also, if you guys get a moment when it comes up, go sub the Dirty Dalish, our partner in crime. She's almost at 500, which means she's getting close to monetization. And
nice.
She said she would beat me up if she wasn't monetized by the end of the month. So, guys, you gotta help me out here. You gotta help me out. You gotta do me a solid.
Yeah.
She's only like 50 something away, right? So, do me that solid. Yeah, she's at 444 subs, so she's like 56 away from the 500 she needs. She's very close to monetization. So do me that solid. I mean, there's 45 of you here right now, which is pretty close to what she needs. So if all you guys just click the link, sub to her channel, I would appreciate that. She would appreciate that, but I would appreciate it more because then she would get off my case. Right? That's really what I want. Less people on my case. All right. It says, am I the asshole for not being more consistent with responding to text? One of my closest friends of over 10 years expressed some concerns with our friendship last night during our phone call. They said they feel hurt that I'm not consistent with responding to their texts in a timely manner or / at all. So she's not even responding at all. If that is 100%, like, how could she be one of your best friends? 10 years. It's a friend you've known for 10 years, and they text you, and you don't fucking respond. You see it, obviously, but you don't respond to it. That's fucked up. I can't even be like that. Like, people have told me, like, they're like, Tony, what you need to do is when she texts you, you gotta wait like an hour, right? You gotta play the game. You gotta play the game, Tony. Wait like an hour, 2 hours, maybe a day, then you respond back. I just can't. I can't physically. I can't.
Oh,
it
God.
bothers me to see a message from someone that I don't respond. It is so hard for me to stop texting because whenever someone responds back, that necessitates in my brain another response, right? Until someone goes, I'm leaving. Like, I'm so old school that you have to say that I'm leaving the conversation, right? All right, I'm going. I have to go eat. All right, I'm going. I have to go to work. I have to. So they'll let you know that I'm not going to respond anymore because I have to do something else, right? I'm going to sleep. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go fucking live stream. Whatever it is, I have to, like, for me to have peace of mind to go, I'm not ignoring you, right? I just have other things I have to do, so I can't.
Yeah, because what if you get in trouble for not responding, right?
But it's so weird because that courtesy is almost never given the same way, right?
True.
Like the younger, and I noticed it like with younger people that I guess they didn't grow up with like phone etiquette and stuff, right? Because you wouldn't just hang up. Like, could you imagine, like, I treat text messages the way I would treat
or even
a phone
business,
call, right?
right?
Well, not just business. I'm saying like a phone call. Like we're from a generation that used to have to call people on the phone, right? Now, could you imagine if I was like, "Hey TJ, what's up?" And you're like, "Nothing. What's going on, Tony?" It's like, "Hey, I was thinking of doing a stream tonight," and you're like, "Oh yeah, that sounds good," and I just hung up, right? If I just hung up in the middle of a phone call, you'd be like, "What the fuck, Tony?" Right?
Yeah, what happened?
That's how text, but they treat text messages like that. Like, hey, yeah, so I feel like doing a stream. And you're like, oh yeah, what are we streaming on? I just never respond. It's like hanging up in the middle of a fucking conversation. Like we were texting back and forth, right? And then at some point you just decided to stop. It's like, but why? Why would you stop? Unless you died, unless your phone is dead or your brain died, like it doesn't make any sense to me for you to just stop. Not responding to a text and hugging everybody when you see them is the biggest problem. I get lazy. That would be a little weird. That's what I'm saying, but that's how it feels to me. Like when I'm having a conversation with people on text messages, right? I'm like, all right, guys, we're going to do this, blah, 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 blah. And like I'm setting something up, and then the person just stops. Text messages are text messages, not conversation. No. If we're going back and forth, if we're exchanging text, Grumpy, it becomes it's not. If I go, hey, I'm going. I'm pulling into your house. If I text you, Grumpy, I'm heading your way. I'll see you in an hour. That's not a conversation, right? That's me informing you. That's a text message. But if I say, hey, Grumpy, what's going on? You're like, oh, nothing. What are you up to? I'm like, oh, well, I've been studying and getting ready for school and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, yeah, well, me too. I just watched this movie. Oh, yeah, what movie did you watch? Now we're having a conversation. You can't just stop in the middle of a conversation, right? If we're going back and forth, we're talking about a subject. That's a conversation. To me, it feels rude to just stop texting in the middle of that. Again, maybe it's because I'm old, right?
They have old school shit, but still.
Yeah.
It's the correct way. It's polite, you know?
We don't know if the OP is one of those people who text other people while ignoring others. No, Tony, I agree with you. Back and forth and sudden stop without explanation is, at the very least, rude.
Right? Yep, there it is.
Tony sounds like a cling. That's not clingy. That's just, again, that's what I feel is normal etiquette. If we're having a conversation.
It's a lack of etiquette, yeah.
And I just stopped in the middle. I can't just stop in the middle of a conversation. Unless I'm doing something. That's when I would be like, oh, man, fuck, my food is ready. I'm going to go eat now. Talk to you later, right? So that cuts it off to let you know I'm going to stop talking now, right? There's no need for further text messages, DMs, whatever it is. Again, maybe I'm just old school, right? Tony, are you okay? I'm fine. Are you okay? All right. They said they feel hurt that I'm not consistent with responding to their texts in a timely manner at all. I was taken aback a bit because I figured, considering I'm a parent of a toddler and I'm currently working 2 jobs, and it's also the busy holiday season, they would understand the lack of communication on my end. Regardless, I wasn't defensive over their feelings. In fact, I'm very appreciative they were honest about them instead of suppressing them. But I can't help but simultaneously feel that they were not thinking of these factors on my end. I apologized and said that when I'm working or on parent mode, I take any chance I get to nap or do any form of self-care. I said that I wasn't doing this on purpose and that I was genuinely forget to reply to people sometimes. That's bullshit, right? Just say I put other
that's
things
bullshit.
in front of you. Here's the thing, right?
If they're really close friends, you can call, Maybe it's easier to talk than text. That's my case.
Even beyond that, TJ, a text message literally takes you less than a minute. You don't have less than a minute because you got it, right? You heard it come in. You're notified of this message. And now you have chosen to actively go, if I text, see, here's what she doesn't want to say. The truth is, she knows that if she texts back, there will be a conversation to be had. She does not want to engage because she wants to take a nap. And if she engages, then she won't be able to take a nap. She's unable to tell the person, hey, I'm busy, talk to you later, right? That's the problem. This person, OP, is just bad at communicating. If I got a text message, if you text me, TJ, and I'm in the middle of something, I'd be like, hey, I can't talk right now, but try to answer. If you ask me a question, I'm like, oh, yeah, that sounds good. Do that with the fucking Frogman comic, but I can't talk right now. We'll discuss it later. Boom. Right? And you'd be like, you got your answer, and then you know not to like bug me with other shit, right? But if you can't even do that, it seems like you're just an asshole about it. You're just like, I don't give a fuck about what, maybe it's just me. Again, could be just me, right? It says, I do it to everyone. Then their argument was that they see me active on social media. So if I'm doing that, I could easily reply, yes!
Nah, that's...
So you get a text message. This is so wild to me. You would get a text message, you ignore it, but you're like on Twitter, like tweeting shit, or you're on Facebook
fighting on the internet.
Fighting on the internet. It's like, so if you can, again, your excuse of I was napping or I was taking care of my toddler or working,
you lied.
That's not, it's not valid anymore. Just say the thing. Like, I just don't want to talk to this person, right? I really, this person, I like them, but I'm not in the mood to have a conversation with them right now, right? Their friend is lonely. Hello, Grumpy. Friend is jelly and depressed. Is it jelly? I don't know. She should engage these nuts. Damn. My bad. I'm just super duper busy. Are you available to babysit your niece? I don't know, man. I don't know. If you're active on social media and you're not answering a text or a fucking DM or something
wrong. Yeah.
She says, which, yes, I definitely understand that point of view, and I'll take accountability for it. My brain just doesn't work the way it used to pre-parent life. Ha! See, it's an excuse. See, guys, it's not me. It's because my brain is fucked up. I became a mom, and then I got mom brain.
I have all this time to post shit everywhere, but not time to talk to my friends. Wonderful. Great person.
I constantly have 1,000,001 things going through my head every day, and we all do. Again, like if the person was like, you're not texting me, right, or you're not reaching out to me, then you might have an argument like, well, I just didn't think of you. You just weren't on my mind. But she's literally going, I am texting you, and then you're actively ignoring it, right? Says, despite all these factors, I still apologized and took accountability and said I'd try to get better at texting. They know that if there's ever an emergency, I'm just a phone call away. I hold this friend dearly to my heart. I don't know about that. A part of me just feels off about this conversation we had, especially when I'm mainly the one to arrange hangouts plans in person. I've even planned a couple of trips that we've been on together since having my child. I really do my best to try to make time for all my friends, but I do have certain priorities I have to maintain as well. Am I the asshole? You are 100% the asshole, in my opinion. And you adding that shit at the end about, well, I'm the one who plans trips and stuff. That's just you trying to be like, see, I'm not a bad person.
Yeah.
I'm not bad. I've done good things. So I don't text them. No. You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
And their priorities aren't straight either. Like, maintain the social life. Stop fighting on the internet. Sounds like a bunch of people we have to deal with here.
Let's see what people say here. This is a good one. This guy says not the asshole. Not the asshole. People forget that we came from a culture where the only communication we had was face-to-face and happened much less on a dime. Having cell phones like we do made communication easier, which is awesome, but also inflated people's expectations of communication. I get putting forth effort into friendships, but everyone has different forms of doing that. You have to take care of yourself, even if it's just scrolling through social media alone. Your friends should understand that we all operate differently and that you're trying by planning things and responding when you can. They shouldn't guilt trip you into forcing conversation. Shoot, I'd much rather a once a month heartfelt text from a friend than every hour getting meaningless, hey, what you doing, and that stuff. I also prefer phone calls. Well, first off, you've added extra context. No one said that she was getting like hourly fucking. Was she getting hourly messages? Then I'd be like, yeah, fucking, you're annoying me, right? What's our chat saying? I've been in a situation like this and just moved on. Lol. Is the friend drama dumping or nah? What kind of text are the friend text? That's what I'm saying. Like, what's going on with the text? That's very important for this, right? Robco says, I'm so used to me and my friends texting at like 4 a.m. and then not getting back for 12 hours. We've all done that for years, so new people think we're total assholes. Well, there's a difference, right? Like if you know that like, hey, we're texting and like we're not going to text again until like 12 hours later, like that's an established pattern. And again, it all depends on what the text messages are, right? If you're like, all right, it's 6 a.m. now, I got to get some sleep, right? Then they know, all right, I'm going to bed. And whenever you wake up or whenever you get a chance, we'll talk again later, right? But if they shot you a text at 4 a.m., like, hey, Robco guy, did you see that new fucking Boogie documentary? And you just looked at it and didn't respond to it? I think they'd feel a certain kind of way. They'd be like, what the fuck, right?
People trying to open conversation and you're just ignoring them while fighting on the internet.
It's even worse when you stop texting without explaining, just to be found out on social media. See the case of Anna, that Star Wars girl, versus drunk 3PO.
That.
I've gotten slapped for not responding to text before. Now I have read enabled. I got to get read disabled. And constantly thumbs up or heart messages. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, you're both right, actually. I don't know. Let's see. You're the asshole. Sorry. My friend does this to me all the time. She has time to scroll social media, but she cannot respond to text or phone calls. She will be sitting at my house on her phone scrolling, but she still has not responded to my text from 4 days ago. Okay, now this seems a little needy, lady. I don't know who you are, but I would assume that if she's at your house, whatever it is that you texted her 4 days ago, you've probably discussed at this point, right?
True. At least she showed up.
Like if I texted TJ something like, hey, TJ, what are your thoughts about doing this for the comic, right? And he didn't respond, but then he came into the fucking live stream. At some point, I would ask him about it, whether it was before the show or after the show. Hey, TJ,
right?
What'd you think about that, right? Like, so you just texted her something. She came to your house and like you never mentioned it. You're just like, I'm just gonna see if she responds to it. Like that seems like kind of petty, right?
True.
If you're busy, respond with "I am busy." I will get back to you in reasonable response. I will let her know you have seen it and are too busy. But honestly, if she was someone you care about and you can take 2 minutes to respond and have a quick catch up and move on. Every time you do not respond, you are saying you are not important to me. First off, let me start with this. I'll even go as far as say I think I've developed ADHD because it's extremely difficult for me to focus. As someone who with actual, I didn't even see this. When did this like she add that ADHD thing? It must be in a comment somewhere that they're responding to, right? You do not develop ADHD. You're born with it. You either have it or you don't. It's an incredibly impactful and potentially debilitating disorder that can royally fuck up a life. If you think you have ADHD, get tested. But please get the idea that you can get ADHD later in life out of your head. I find myself being a bit offended at this notion, to be honest. Now, completely separate from that, yes, you're the asshole. See, everyone agrees with me. Damn it, Reddit agrees with me. I think I might have to change my stance.
You have some based people in Reddit. Look at this.
Friend putting her first instead of the baby. Bad friend. BB says, I have my family text group muted, but I have 5 siblings, 4 in-laws, and 2 nieces and nephews, and our mom in the group. We're generally smartasses, so one text, it can lead to a barrage of texts. Well, see, that's different. That's like a group text where it's not necessarily aimed at you, right? It's like anyone can be responding to anyone within that group, right? But again, I think like if I am personally texting you or personally DMing you and you don't respond, then that should be an indicator that you don't give a fuck. You honestly don't. Like, I don't think there's ever a moment where I am so busy, right, within a 24-hour period that I can't answer a DM or a text, even just to say, hey, I'm at work, right? Like I get breaks. You get work breaks. You get fucking lunch breaks. You get time. You're in traffic, whatever it is. You say, hey, let me shoot off a quick text. Hey, sorry I didn't get to you earlier, but here's the response. It just seems like when people are important, you make the effort, right? Am I
Pretty much
wrong to think that?
No,
so I'm saying this.
People get priorities, right? At the end of the day.
Like I said, I'm saying this to say this. I'm saying that to say this. Guys, if you're texting a chick and she's not responding, one of 2 things is happening. One, she's playing a fucking game and you don't need that shit, so just fucking walk the fuck away. Or 2, you're not the priority. Some other dude is, and you're the backup. So yeah, walk the fuck away. Because there's a list, right? There's a priority list. And if you're not getting responses right away, that means she's responding to someone else. Talking to another dude. The other dudes, and then when he's not around, then you get the response. Or maybe when he's not around,
on rotation.
Yeah, you're on the fucking list, right? When number 1 isn't there, or number 2 isn't there, or number 3 isn't there, then maybe you get a text, right? You're number 4 on the list, depending on your spot in the fucking rotation, right? Or 3, you have a green bubble. I don't know what that means. Oh, what's a green bubble? Anyway, everyone agrees, so you need to take the other side. I know, ain't it? I got like, fuck this. Your friend is right. You're clearly aware that you're bad at being consistent when it comes to texting. If you're aware that you're bad at being consistent and also spend a lot of time on social media, why not teach yourself to check your text messages before opening social media? Get in the habit of telling people, I'll respond later, but please feel free to remind me if it takes too long. Here's the thing. I don't think text messages, not DMs, but text messages. There should be no like block notification or anything, right? It should go through. So if you're not getting a text, if you're not answering the text, you either have them on like mute or silent or something, specifically so you don't get fucking text messages, which means you're actively trying to avoid text messages, right? Am I wrong, DJ?
I wonder if this person has made so many friends that it's being flooded by texts, and then she's actively ignoring everybody else, right? Like all her friends, the inner circle, let's say.
Well, then you have to express that, like, hey, I got my text message, I got my phone on silent because everyone texts me all the time, and I can't answer everyone, right?
Yeah.
Just explain it. Like, oh, okay, I get that. She says, I apologize. I deleted that part. Thanks for the input. Oh, she deleted the ADHD part. That's why it's not in the original. Blah, blah, blah. Your busy life is a reason, yes, but it's not an excuse. And the fact that friends who are waiting for you to respond to a thing can then see you on social media makes it look like you don't care about being timely, even if that's not your intention. You can only judge yourself by your intentions. Others will judge you by your actions, and your actions make it look like you don't care. Boom. That's perfect. That little thing at the end. Like to you, you go, well, I didn't intend to piss people off. I didn't intend to make that person feel like I was ignoring them. That's great, but that's not what the person sees. The person sees your actions, and they go, "Yep, you're ignoring me. Yep, you're not responding to me." This person says, "Not an asshole. As I understand, you both are adults, and it's quite common and norm to pay more attention to your children as soon as you start your own family. Does your friend also have a partner and/or child? It can be the case that your friend doesn't know how hard parenthood can be. Sometimes you don't have enough sleep or don't have time to spend just by yourself. You are a good friend because you are ready to help in an emergency situation. Now, when you know how your close friend feels like, maybe try to arrange something, plans together. Man, this person doesn't speak good English. If you have time for that, it's important to show that you care about them, even if you prioritize your family and your free time nowadays." So, define timely. What time frame are we talking about for your responses? Is your buddy mad you're not responding within 3 minutes or that weeks go by? It says, I always try to respond within the day. When I forget, the maximum will be a few days. To paraphrase Hannibal Lecter, that is a rather slippery answer. So, what's the average? Yes, you try to respond within a day. How long does it normally take? Is forgetting the norm? And then they didn't respond to that.
Yep.
You're the asshole. If you see the text/call notification and choose not to take the 2 seconds to reply, shows a lack of care for the friendship. Are you a parent? Nope, but I do have quite a few responsibilities I juggle. I am unable to use my phone when I'm busy, which is pretty often. My text and call notifications all stay right on the lock screen waiting for me. Once I do have a minute, I respond. I don't forget because the notification wouldn't clear unless I open my phone for something else, which I don't have the chance to do when I'm busy. My notifications, I don't know how other people's phones work, but even when I open the screen and unlock the screen, right? The notifications are still there at the top.
Same. Yeah.
So, like right now, I'm getting notifications from various DM groups that are going on right now and YouTube notifications and stuff. So, yeah, they're there. So, again, you would have to actively, in most cases, like, mark this as red, or just slide it out of the screen, right? Like, oh, clear the notifications. It says, unless you're opening the phone for a business or work need, and that's why the notifications disappear, where your phone works differently than what I've described, I don't see how you forget to reply. You yourself mentioned that you do get on social media instead. That's why I said it shows a lack of care. I respond to people I care about before social media entertainment, whenever I have a moment. Alternatively, if you feel you're a bit too busy for the friendship, it could be best to simply express and explain to your friend more about your situation and see if they're okay with that, if they'll be understanding. I wrote, you're the asshole, because as the situation is, them being bothered is pretty reasonable. No response. But that was 11 minutes ago. So no response yet from that. I feel like this is a common problem that a lot of people have, huh?
Yeah.
Reddit users in that thread equal the friend. You're the assholes have no text PTSD. Look, I didn't intend to send dick pics. Yeah, that's why I don't respond to you, Roygen. I'm still on OP's side. A friend watching Facebook feed like, oh, no, it's not necessarily Facebook feed. It could just, when they said they see that she's on social media, it could be that they get a notification. Like if I'm texting TJ, right? And then I get a notification on my phone, TJ liked your post. So clearly TJ's available to do stuff because I'm seeing that he's liking posts. I'm getting notifications that he's doing shit, right? It could be just that simple. You don't have to stalk anybody, but if you get a notification, Finbar just responded to a tweet that you're part of that thread. Like, oh, why would he do that? He didn't respond to my text, but he's responding to this tweet from fucking John Wong. It's kind of weird.
I got family members who tell me, "Oh, don't forget to greet so and so, happy birthday and shit." Like, at least I have that,
56 says Fred needs to find a hobby for her no texting. Look, I will say that the friend, obviously, maybe the friend is lonely. I mean, at some point, you got to be like, well, I keep texting this person, they're not responding, so I'm just going to stop, right?
Yeah.
I turned off most notifications on this phone. It can't handle them. My phone, I don't know what it is, but my phone is weird that sometimes I'll get a notification like a half hour after. So like if TJ DM me at 9, I might not get notified on my phone till 9:30. Like I already have answered the fucking DM.
Oh, the same happens with me. Yeah.
And then like sometime later I'll get it like, wait a minute, that looks familiar.
So-and-so said something, even though you looked at it already.
Yeah. Or sometimes like I won't get any notifications, and then I open my phone, and then as soon as I go on like Twitter, then all of a sudden like notifications just start popping through. Like so. But other than that, I don't see an excuse. I think OP is a bad friend. Maybe OP just doesn't want friends anymore. Maybe she's like, we were cool, like we were both like in our 20s and partying, but now I'm an adult and I have responsibilities, and you still want to party, and you're talking about like getting drunk on the weekends, and I'm talking about like mortgages and shit. Like we're just not compatible. Maybe that's the problem, and OP just doesn't want to fucking realize it. Like, hey, we're not in the same level anymore, right? I've moved on with my life, and you're still in the party phase, and we're just not in sync anymore. That's why I'm not answering your text messages, right?
Right.
Let's see. Am I the asshole for getting my roommate's car towed and her parking pass revoked? Yes. I don't even have to read this. You got her fucking car towed. So yeah, you're the asshole.
You messed her up. Yeah.
This one's am I the asshole for calling out people in my fantasy league for possible collusion? Yeah, you're taking fantasy football way too serious.
True.
I mean, if they're colluding, that's just like real sports, because you don't think that real fucking team owners collude, right?
And gamble,
Yeah. His girlfriend's mad that he wants to move. Am I the asshole if I told my best friend I will not take a bullet for you? Damn, bitch. These are dudes. Like, dude, what are you doing? That's a long fucking post, too. So I, 30M, have two best friends, 30M John and 30M Paul. When I moved to America, they were my first friends, and we have been best friends for 18 years. 18 years, TJ. Since he was 12.
Shit.
The three of us have literally done everything together. Me and John decided to serve and join the United States Air Force right after high school. While we were serving, Paul went to college to study to become a nurse. He's a nurse, a male nurse. In 2019, I finally separated from the military and moved back to my old neighborhood. After leaving the military, I found a new job and started saving money. A couple of months go by, and I decided I wanted to build a new gaming computer since mine was getting quite old from my time in the military. This just so happens during the COVID chip shortage. Everything was either so. I don't know why we're going in through all this fucking backstory, TJ.
Added context, more hibbity-jibbity.
There's no, I don't understand it. I have friends, and then my friend said, "Hey, would you take a bullet for me?" And I said, "No." Like, you were in the military. What kind of man tells a story this way? I would never tell a story this way. Get to the fucking heart of the matter. Everything was either sold out or hard to find. I bought and held on to components for months since nothing would be in stock. Fast forward 2021, and my local computer store had parts. While I was browsing the store, Paul asked, how hard was it to build a computer? I told him it was easy and asked if he was going to build one. He said he would once he saved up enough money. So I had the brilliant idea since I had make more money, I told him I can lend you my components that's currently at home if you wanted to buy the rest of the missing parts. Just pay me back whenever you get a chance. Been best friends for a long time, so naturally I trusted him and didn't put anything in writing. Again, I don't understand what all this is. Will I take a bullet for you? Fast forward, Paul lost his job. He then asked me, could he borrow money from me? I naturally said yes. Paul finally found a new job. Finally, man, what an asshole to say finally found a new job. He then later would buy luxury goods, a new car, and electronics. Now you're pocket watching, bud. Don't be pocket watching.
True.
Fuck your bullet PC lender friend. Yeah. A person who tells you they're willingly to do something are not going to do it. Well, first off, okay, like even before all of this shit, right? If TJ goes, Tony, would you take a bullet for me? Fuck yeah, I'd take a bullet for you, TJ. You want to know why? Because it's free to fucking say it. And two, I don't think there's ever really going to be a situation where I need to jump in front of a bullet for fucking TJ, okay? Hey, TJ, if some guy was holding me hostage and was threatening to cut my head off, if you didn't like let him cut your hand off, would you let him cut your hand off?
No.
Fuck you, TJ. You're just supposed to say yes. You're just supposed to say yes because it's a hypothetical situation in which it's not going to fucking happen. Why would I be held hostage?
Oh, true. That's true. Yeah, if you put it that way, true.
Unrelated and misspelled non sequitur. I did not know Ariana Grande now claims she is a witch, and I find it hilarious. Wow.
Oh, she became a witch, like IRL. Wow. Okay.
From 2021 to the present, Paul has not paid me. Paul has not paid me a single penny. When I found out he was buying things, I got furious and told John. John told me, have I told Paul about the money issue? I said no, because best friends should not forget about their friendship help, let alone spit in it by buying things in front of me. I then told John, if I'm being honest with you, John, I wouldn't even take a bullet for Paul. That thought would have never crossed my mind. But for you, John, I would take a bullet for you in a heartbeat, no question asked. John then told me that is really messed up. I also told John, I'm not going to message or talk to Paul until he pays me back. It has been 2 months since I last talked to Paul. He would message me and I would just ignore him. Am I the asshole? Kind of. Right? Kind of the asshole. First off, why are you telling John about your issues with Paul, right? John shouldn't know about your issues with Paul. That just seems like you were trying to get John to like make Paul pay you back, right?
True.
Like if I got an issue with Finbar, I'm not going to TJ. Like, TJ, can you believe what Finbar did? Blah, 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 blah. Fuck Finbar. Like then you to go like for you to go, fuck that other guy. I love you and I would take a bullet for you, but fuck that other guy. That's like you trying to get him on your side so the two of you would be against the other guy, right? That's manipulative behavior. That's fucking girly ass shit. So you're trying to fuck Paul and John's relationship up because Paul owes you money and you're trying to get fucking John on your side. So he's mad at Paul too. That's fucked up. That's what makes you the asshole. If you would just be like, hey, Paul owes me money and he doesn't want to pay me and I'm getting frustrated, I'd be like, no, you're not the asshole. But this whole idea that you're going to manipulate this other guy, John, into being on your side to like, hey, don't you agree that Paul's an asshole and we should fuck that guy, right? Like he's not a good guy no more. That's right. You lose me there, right?
Seen people behave like that.
Everyone's shit here except John. Yeah, it sucks that Paul hasn't paid you back, but real adults communicate with their friends and say, hey, you promised to pay me back for these things, but instead I see you buying luxury things. You can't expect someone to know they hurt your feelings if you don't tell them. And this passive-aggressive bullshit, exactly that, bullshit. Here's the other thing, right? When people say, like, you're buying luxury goods, right? Like, if I borrowed TJ money, right? And then TJ's like TJ lost his job. He's got no, he was staying with his mom. And then he gets a new job. And then he goes and gets an apartment. I wouldn't be mad. Like, TJ, you owe me money. But like, no, that's what he needs to do to have a life, right? Like, get your life together. And when your life is fully together, then pay me back, right? Don't like pay me back and then fuck up your chance to get an apartment. Fuck up your chance to get a car, to get fucking clothes, or to get a TV or something, right? Like, I understand that TV is a quote unquote luxury good, but you kind of need luxury goods in this world nowadays, right? Like, TJ, you know what? Pay me back the money you owe me, and then sit at your apartment all alone and by yourself with no TV and no internet and nothing. Don't have any life because you owe me some money,
Yeah.
right? Like, I can see if he was
So
like,
much for
oh
being
man,
friends.
he was buying like leather jackets and like watches and like okay, those things are a little unnecessary. Like, he's fucking, eating caviar and shit. Like, oh, okay, slow down there, Paul. Maybe pull it back a little, right? But if he's buying things that, for entertainment or for like to have a life, then I think it's not as egregious. Maybe that's just my opinion. That's a veto move. EVS, I would do anything for you. A case of being nice instead of being a good person. His niceness wants something in return. Yeah. That sounds like a housewarming gift. I don't need to pay you back. No take backs.
Fatherless behavior, exactly, Grumpy.
Crazy. I think that's enough of I am the asshole for one day. What's another
assholes.
good? Let's go into some really good fucking content, TJ. Relationship advice, bud.
Oh shit! This is content.
Let's see. My boyfriend called me unreliable. What do I do? Be reliable. Why is this a question for Reddit? Hey, Reddit, my boyfriend said that I'm not reliable on things. Probably because I haven't been reliable. I am crushing on a coworker. He made a comment about me, but I don't feel right about it for some reason. Huh? That's a woman ass fucking post.
God damn! Look at this.
29M was in a long-term relationship, but they broke up a few months ago due to personal issues. When I first found out about it, he was acting like everything is fine and that he's going to enjoy his quote single life, would be focusing on himself. Yeah, of course everybody says that. TJ, have you ever broken up with somebody and then just like totally told everyone you were fucking terrible? Like, oh my God, I'm in the worst. No, you pretend like everything's cool. You go, guys, everything's perfectly fine. It's normal that I fucking broke up with this girl that I've been dating for a while.
That's what you should do, Otherwise, you'll be like, you just look weird mouthing off against this person you just broke up with. This entire
Not just
time,
that, but
right?
but it's you want other women to think that you're fucking, you're not like broken up about it. You're
right.
Fucking, you're ready to date. You're hot shit. Like, no, like I'm a pathetic loser and I'm fucking so sad that this girl broke up with me. That's what people want to see, right? Like,
oh God, yeah, I've seen people do that too. Yep.
Yeah. In the meantime, when we were working together, he would say some flirty things to me, and we would have a couple of physical contact when we were outside of work. But that would only happen if we were going out to the bar with the rest of the coworkers. What is physical? Like, I hate when people do this shit. We had a couple of physical. What does that mean? You got a hug hello? He held your hand. He put his hand on your shoulder. He bumped into you. He smacked your ass. He grabbed your titty. What is physical contact mean? And he has never told me he found me attractive, cute, basically zero compliments for me to consider it at flirty. The things he would say about me is that I am nice and responsible. Well, it obviously, look, 99% of guys you'll know if a guy likes you. If a guy thinks you're hot or attractive or bangable, you'll know. You'll know. Am I wrong to say this, TJ?
Nope.
Women play games. Women will play these games where they pretend they don't like you, pretend they like you, flirt
Shit
with
test.
you.
That's what they
They'll
call
shit
it.
test
Right?
you. Sometimes they'll just flirt with you just because they're bored. Like, oh, I don't really like this guy and I don't have any intentions to like fuck him or anything, but I'm gonna flirt with him because there's no one else here and I'm just kind of bored and I want the attention back. Guys don't do that. Guys are very focused. Like I'm not gonna flirt with a fat chick just because she's the only chick here, right? Like, no, you're
True.
gonna know that I don't want to fuck you. You're a fat chick. I don't like you. I'm not into that. I'm not gonna flirt with the black chicks because I don't like black chicks. It's not gonna happen. Sorry. Saggy, you the homie. But I ain't never flirted with Saggy because it ain't gonna happen. Women, on the other hand, will. That guy's missing his leg, but I'll still flirt with him because fuck it. There's no other guys here, right? It's all women.
Just to mess around.
Yeah, I gotta stay in practice. It's like sparring
There
for
you
them,
go.
right? It's like I gotta spar a little and keep myself sharp. He never really expressed his interest in me, or even get to know me better. He would often strike up small talk, and that's it. If I want the conversation to keep on going, I have to do a lot of heavy lifting and take control of the conversation. Well, that should tell you all you need to know right there. Again, unless there's a small like 1% of guys who are like really bad at talking to women, or like really shy, or really nervous, or unsure of themselves, or like Generation Z because they're like all scared to get like fucking Me Too'd, right? But most guys will try to engage you in a conversation, right? If you have to do the heavy lifting, that means he's really not interested in you at all, right?
True.
He didn't even like you as a friend. He didn't even like you in a platonic way because he's like, fuck, this bitch is annoying, right? Like, I gotta work with you and be nice to you. Her. Yeah, I gotta be nice to you because we're coworkers, and I need you to like fill out these forms and shit, and like get back my TP reports or whatever the fuck it is that he needs you for. So like I can't piss you off, but I really don't want to talk to you because you're annoying and your voice is weird, right? I find him very fun to be around still. How do you find him fun? He doesn't want to talk to you. He doesn't show any interest in you. He's not flirty with you, but you find him fun. TJ, this is mind-boggling. You bum shoulders.
She's being clingy again.
It's not clingy. This is like, wanting what you can't have. Like, you find him attractive.
True.
So no matter what he does, when you find someone attractive, men and women, we all do this shit. When you find someone attractive, when you like somebody, they can do the stupidest things, the worst things. They can you will excuse it. You will fucking rationalize it. You will fucking put it in your mind. Oh, she's not ignoring me. She's just fucking, she's playing hard to get. Oh, that guy isn't, he's just really shy. That's why he doesn't talk to me. She's making out with that other dude. She's making out with that other dude to make me jealous. That's what it is. Right? He took home that girl because he was too shy to ask me, and she's a slut. No. It's really simple.
Follow me. Some accident happened. Let me keep talking to her.
Yeah. Clearly, she didn't soft block me. Let me see what's going on over here. Obviously, there's some sort of glitch going on, right?
Right.
Solo mums with pedos do that with their kid. Yeah. The stranded island effect. That is not fun in her mind. It's boredom / desperation. Grumpy says guys have blinders and called I want that, whereas girls want to be chased and do everything they can to continue the chase.
Yeah, some guys can't take the hint, right?
Yeah, I think because we're in a weird time in the world, right? Things seem so much simpler. Like when I was like a 20-year-old, things were real clear. Women are now very public and vocal about their disgust for things. They're very vocal and public about like all the weird shit they do. A lot of people are like, the amount of people that are just open about like their degeneracy and their like weird kinks is just really off-putting to me. Okay.
True.
20 years ago, I wouldn't have known like people are eating ass. Like sure, do it, whatever. But like, I didn't need to know about it. Now it's like everybody knows about it. They got people that are dressed up in fursuits, winning fucking fighting game championships, right? It's like it's a really weird world we live in. And then with the Me Too shit, yeah, bring back shaming. We got the Me Too shit, so like guys are scared and like women are being super aggressive, but then at the same time they're like, I'm still a woman, so you still got to be like not aggressive back. It gets fucking weird sometimes. So, but with that said, still some truths are universal. And if a guy is not engaging in a conversation with you, chances are he's not interested.
Yep.
Says, I recently quit my job, and the last time I saw him was a friend's party. He would be around others, and I would be chilling outside. It's been a while since I saw him. But he, nor I, would go up to each other and start a conversation that entire time. Wolf. That means he didn't even miss you. You quit your job. You're no longer working with him. And now he's like, I don't even have to fucking talk to her. I don't even have to be nice to her. I don't even have to pretend anymore. Anyways, that night ended, and we didn't have it. How is this relationship? First off, why does it say relationship advice? You don't have a relationship. This is not a relationship. This should be like just advice, or like I want relationship
life advice. Yeah. This is the Andiri over here. Look at this.
Ho phase is now on Front Street. Yeah. We're in communism recovery, lol. He left with a girl that night equals he wasn't thinking of you. OP having dick regrets. Damn. If the guy isn't asking about you, he ain't interested. About your shoes? He ain't asking about your shoes. What? I've never asked a girl about her shoes. I've complimented. I'd be like, hey, you got Converse. I like Converse. You got Converse. I like your style. But I've never asked, like, hey, what are those? Are those Jimmy Choos you're wearing? No.
Those shoes go well with your dress.
Those shoes really make your tits look nice.
Oh, look, those high heels. Like, I mean, you could actually, if it's like high heels and they make her look good, you could go with that angle, sure.
Says, anyway, that night ended and we didn't have any contact like the past couple of times. So I asked him if he needed a ride and he said no. And that was it. I left with my friend. Hey, you need a ride? No. You didn't talk to him that whole night. And at the end of the night, you're like, hey, do you need a ride? Why would you even assume that? That's kind of a fucked up thing to assume. Hey, I'm pretty sure you are a loser and you need a ride home. As he's probably with some other chick. Fast forward to the present. I found out that night of our friend's party. He and another person went home together, and they started to repeatedly sleep with each other till this day. What is she looking for? TJ, I'm confused now. Because what advice does she want? So far, I've not seen any single thing where she was like, he wanted me. I thought we were going to get together. We were like fucking. Nothing. So what is OP here like fishing for?
She can't take the hint.
Yeah.
She's in denial.
This has been around 2 weeks. And it was one of our coworkers, which was strange to all of us because we had no idea that out of the entire group, it would be those two. How is that strange? Two people are fucking. They were both single, attracted to each other. You didn't think that the two of them would, unless it's like a dude. That's why you're not saying like, oh shit, because you said he and another person, right? Just like, oh fuck, turns out he's gay. Like, okay, right?
Yeah,
but it doesn't seem that way. It seems like it's a chick, and so I don't get why you're confused.
I told you the best explanation for this is she's a yandere. That's what's really happening.
But what made it more confusing was when my friend told me what he had said to his roommate about the girls at our workplace. I believe that he is in his whore phase. The breakup is hitting him hard, or something is going on because he said he was going to fuck the world because that's what he wanted to do. He then started to rank the girlies, and apparently I, who no longer works there anymore for like about 2 months now, came up to the conversation. And apparently, according to his roommate, he was talking nasty about me. Nasty
Oh,
how? Nasty
no.
like nasty that you were ugly, or nasty like he was gonna. That's a legendary pickup line from the great Dick Masterson. That guy is not the asshole.
Yep. Nasty how? Like, I wonder if he's saying that she's annoying. I wonder.
Sometimes shoes do that. Oh. I do that with girls' tattoos. I will actually stop them and ask about the tats. Yeah, that's a good strategy. Then you ask if they got any more tattoos. You got any more tattoos? You got any tattoos in any spots that you can show me later? I can forklift those for you. This chick is 100% warehouse material. Damn. OP is 10 at the workplace and a 3.5 outside. Yeah, I've had experiences like that with women where you're like, man, that chick's hot. You're like, all the guys are like, man, that chick's hot. Then you go outside and you're like, wow, what were we thinking? That chick was not hot. Like, she's a workplace 10, but outside like a 4. I'm Canadian, but it was my birthday, so that was. Oh, it was your birthday, girl? Has no name. Well, happy birthday, happy belated birthday. She's a terrible gossiper. Be careful around her. Yeah, that was the nasty thing you were saying. Which I don't understand because we literally have done nothing but just work together for like 5 months or so. We never gone out with just the two of us. We never seen each other outside of work. He would talk sweet here and there, but none of that had me think he would think nasty of me. I'm not too surprised, but rather disappointed. I still like him though, but I can't tell what's going on in his mind at this. I still like him. He talked nasty about me. He was probably like, man, I would bang the shit out of that bitch. I would just fucking nut all over her face, pee on her. And she's like, but I still like him. What is she confused about, TJ? I don't understand. What was even the question here? She's crushing on the guy. No one
I'm
answered.
telling you, she can't take the hint. It's impossible. She can't accept it.
Yeah. I think you need to accept that he's just a shitty person. And it's a good thing he didn't try to pursue something with you because he's rebounding. Some people are just crappy, you know? Don't waste your time or energy thinking about him. He's not a shitty person. He's just a guy.
He's just not interested. Simple.
Yeah. Let me, I might lose my man card for this, okay?
Oh.
Ladies, when guys are together, we're going to talk about women. We're gonna be like, hey, you see that chick? I'd bang the shit out of her. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Did you see her titties? Did you see her ass? I bet you she's tight. I bet you she shaves. I bet you she's fucking hairy. Whatever it is, we're going to like say some shit, right? Because that's what guys do, okay? It doesn't mean that we don't respect you, because we don't. It doesn't mean that we don't like you, right? It doesn't mean that we're assholes, or we're just gonna do that because that's what guys do, right? We're gonna. So yeah, so he was telling his roommates because his roommates were probably, hey, are there any hot girls at your work? It's probably, yeah, there's fucking all kind of hot girls. You got to see this one and that one and this other one and blah blah blah, whatever, right? Like I'd fuck to all of them if I could, because that's what guys do. But yeah, she really needs to take this hint that he ain't into her. It ain't gonna happen. Why is she even still like after all of this? It's just locker room talk. Exactly, geek bro. Just grab him by the pussy.
There you go.
What's up there? That's been a member for 3 months. I don't know if she's here listening. Like this fucking guy, fucking Tony, saying this shit.
Hop onto the loop, anyway.
She is the problem. She saw him outside by himself and did not talk to him. Yeah, that was the other thing. Like, why didn't she approach him? Plungecat says, just like when girls are together, it's same, ladies. Stop pretending males only talk that way. Exactly. You send a girl a dick pic and then she's showing all of her friends. It's like, look at this dick pic that he sent me. They're all, jealous, and she's sending it to all of them. It's crazy. Bitch, you ain't special. You're a 5-month-old memory. You can't spell for shit. That's correct. 56K. So yeah, this girl, crazy. She's fucking crazy, TJ.
Really Andiri over here.
Uh,
She'll murder people to get the guy.
My 32M fiance pushed me and read my journal and photographed it to send back to me. Different occasions. 32F. Can I make this work? That's a lot to take in just from the fucking title.
It's a lot to unpackage.
What? Guys, let me break something down for you fellas for a second here. It's for the guys. Okay. We got a lot of guys in the audience, so let me tell you something here.
Right.
Guys, there is never anything good to be found in a woman's journal / diary. Okay. Never. You are never, ever going to find anything good in there.
True.
Okay. You might find a nugget here and there, right? Oh, 56K warning, so sweet. But what you're also going to find is that she's like, oh, that Royjin guy is so fucking sexy. Man, that grumpy ninja's got a tight ass, right? Women are going to say shit that they're not going to tell you. And it's going to be in there, and you're not going to like it. So don't read it. Just assume the worst.
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason to read someone's diary or journal, there's only a handful of reasons. One, she's fucking dead, and you're just like, hey, I wonder what she was thinking before she died, right? Two, it's Anne Frank's diary. It's like historically important. Okay, that's a reason to read a diary. And three, because you just need proof that she's cheating on you, right? Like she's cheating, so you just need some sort of physical proof for like maybe like your lawyer or something, right? That would be the only three reasons to read a diary of somebody, right?
Yeah.
If you're not married and so it's not going to like be part of like some settlement in a divorce proceeding, just assume that she said really bad things about you in there.
It's their place to vent, That's it.
Well, not just that, like
She's going to say wild shit anyway on the diary.
You think, guys, we see women, right? You might be dating a woman, but you're gonna see other women. You're like, man, she's fucking hot. Man, I would bang the shit out of her. If my wife was dead, I'd fuck that bitch. If I was single, I'd be plowing all those fucking cheerleaders. We think that, right? Women also think that, but they write it down. That's the difference. And then you see it and you go, why would she say that? Why would she write that down? Well, you think the same thing, asshole. Okay, don't play this game. Okay, so there's nothing good in there. Don't read it. I feel unsafe now. Sturgis, help me. Yeah, see, exactly. Never read a girl's journal. There's nothing good in there for you. Now, if she gives you permission and wants you to read it, it's not her real journal, so it's safe to. Yeah. You're in a relationship, not. Yeah. No need to work anything. You don't need a good reason not to leave. Exactly. Just go. Just go. Well, when you're ready to go, just go. Right? It's like a party. A relationship is like a party. You're there. You're having a lot of fun. But when you're ready to leave, just go. That's what I did. Everyone seemed to say it was really awkward that I left. But I was just ready to go. Right, DJ?
Yep.
Just ready to go. Ready to call it a night. But again, that's just me.
No, they were expecting you to say love, peace, and booty grease,
Why is Dick's asking, should we do a biggest problem bonus episode today? And what should be the topic? What? Why am I getting notifications? Why are people tagging me in this shit? Says biggest problem in fat brown retards with nothing of value to say, like Frog Tony. All I know is my episode got 23,000 views. Previous episode, less than that. The following episode, less than that, TJ. I bring in the views. Whether it's because I'm retarded, whether it's because people just love to hate me, whether I'm more hated than Vito, it doesn't matter. I bring in the views, right? You bring me on,
that.
people will come to watch because they don't like me. Yeah. Just kidding, y'all. But don't read diaries without permission. It's just not cool. 100% not cool.
True.
All right, let's get into this. I know this sounds bad, but hear me out. If you have to say that, if you have to preface your fucking statement with, I know it sounds bad, but hear me out, then it is bad. It is bad. You're justifying. Look, you didn't come here for advice. Okay. You came here for people to tell you to stay. You came here for people to reassure you that your stupidity is the right move. Okay?
Validation, right?
Yeah.
That's what it really is. Yeah. Even the first person, the one we just reacted to. Same story.
It says, I used my journal to vent frustrations and things I would never say to someone's face. What I wrote was pretty damning and cut to the core of things he's insecure about. Oh, you said he had a little dick. You wrote that he had a little dick in your journal, in your diary.
Oh,
don't do that. Don't do that. Ladies, don't do that. Plus, just blatant anger. I would never in a million years want him to read that. He said reading it was the worst day of his life. I apologize profusely because I caused him so much pain. Yes, he crossed my privacy, but I forgave him for that because he was so hurt. I stopped journaling now, even though it's been a coping mechanism for me since I was 5. Why are you... What is wrong in your life that at 5 years old you need a coping mechanism?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like your life is pretty shitty if at 5 years old you're like, I need to fucking cope. I need something to help me get through this. At 5 years old, I was just like watching Sesame Street and shit. And you're just having a good old time. I was like Linus. I had a blanket that I would take everywhere with me. Right. I had my little blanket everywhere. I loved E.T. I had the little fucking E.T. big wheel running around on my E.T. big wheel. That's all I cared about. Making mud pies,
Willow, all that type of shit.
That was 1986. I was playing my Atari, my ColecoVision. I wasn't like I gotta cope. You need to like, because like at 5, like you didn't even start getting memories. They say like 5 years old is when you start like really having memories and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like, what could have happened that was so fucking bad that at 5 years old you're like, I gotta start coping. It's a fucking bad day of my life.
Either this person had some insane trauma, or I don't know.
They live in like war-torn fucking Berlin.
Yeah.
Out there for the fucking Berlin Wall coming down, bitches. You don't know. You don't understand.
I saw that shit when I was 5.
I said I can go back to 3, but not before that. Somebody did that kid wrong. Yeah. Never trust a woman who goes right to, so you got a small pee-pee? Ladies, never tell guys the truth about what you think about the pee-pee. Okay? Even if it's small, even if it's tiny, just tell them it's nice. It's a nice pee-pee. Get a nice pee-pee. Okay? Especially if you like him. If you like a guy, never tell him the truth about his penis. Ever.
If you want to keep them,
Yeah. Even if a guy has a fucking 12-inch horse dog and you're like, it's okay. Don't ever tell him the truth. Because then he'll leave you because he knows it's ginormous. There's that. Forgave him. 5. I don't think it's okay what I wrote or for him to read it. I thought we got past it. But then we got into a fight recently. He texted me photos of my journal that I didn't know he took. Man, how bad was the shit in there, TJ, that he read it and then was like, I need to take pictures of this in case she deletes it, in case she gets rid of her fucking journal, in case she burns it. I need to have fucking evidence of what she wrote.
Must have been some wild shit. I'm just saying.
The only thing that could be in there that he would take a picture of, right? This is me trying to rationalize. Like if she was like, oh man, my friend Bill is really hot. And if I ever had a chance, I'd probably fuck the shit out of him. Right. And then he like took a picture of that. And then she's like, oh, I'm going out with my friend Bill. It's like, bitch, what do you mean you're going out with your friend Bill? And then he sent her the picture like, Look what you wrote. Why would you tell me you're going out with your friend Bill when you wrote this shit in your fucking diary? Right? That would be the only reason for him to like do that I could rationalize in my mind. But at that point, I would just be like, "Oh, you're going out with Bill? Well, I'm breaking up with you.
Bye.
Yeah. Hope you and Bill have a great time because I'm out of here."
Screenshotted that shit. Yeah.
That was a cross line for me because I felt blackmailed. Why would you feel blackmailed? What did you write? See, you're leaving important details out of the story because you said something that he took a screenshot of, and then you felt blackmailed. Why would you feel blackmailed? What it is that you said, and that he had actually gotten over it. I told him I can't continue this relationship if he kept the photos, but he seemed hesitant to want to delete them. Not sure if he has or hasn't, but I'm afraid to argue. On another note, we got into another huge fight a few months ago where he pushed me. I didn't feel threatened. I actually laughed like, "Are you serious right now?" It was a light push onto our bed, but it still crossed the line for me. And I almost broke up with him. Maybe he was trying to get kiki with you. He's like, boom, pushed you down on the bed and was going to give you that manliness. But then you laughed, and then like he didn't do that. Haven't seen enough titties. They don't like to be told, "Why is your left one smaller than your right one?" Or "Why are they so droopy?" It's the same as small pee-pee.
True. It's where all their ego is, right?
And Grumpy says, if you love him and want him to stay, never tell him the truth, ladies. That is our, do these pants make me look fat? Hashtag for real.
For real.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, if he screenshotted that, I'm wondering what it was. And if he pushed you on the bed, again, maybe he was trying to like get kinky with you. You didn't take. You started laughing, and that like fucked him up. We always see movies where like people are arguing, and then next thing you know, they start like making out and like fucking having wild sex. Maybe that's what he thought it was going, and then you laughed, and then it was like, "Oh fuck, I read that situation wrong." We've all been there, right?
That was awkward.
We've all read a situation wrong once or twice, right?
Yep. Of
Where
course.
you're like, "Oh man, she was really into that," and then you like said something, and this is like, what are you doing? And you're like, "Oh fuck, I totally read that the wrong way. Let me put my pants back on, and I'll just go home now." No, just me? Am I the only one? Fuck you guys. Anyway. I forgave him for that, though, and moved on, though made it clear if he ever did something like that again, I would leave immediately. The journal picture came after the push, and I feel like he's holding on to resentment and not giving me the same grace that I have. I vented to my godmother about the push and other problems, and now she won't support our marriage, which is breaking my heart. Well, what do you think she was going to do, stupid? Hey, this guy's beating the shit out of me every once in a while. We're still going to get married, though. You're cool with that, right? You're not? Oh, fuck.
Right. No, 100% I support you. Jesus. After all the shit you said about him.
Yeah. Also, whenever a friend vents to you about their girlfriend, I've had this problem. And so I'm speaking from experience. Okay. If a guy is telling you about his girlfriend, about how much of a bitch she is or whatever, don't engage. Okay. Do not.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, never.
Because
don't try to fix it or anything.
There's a good chance that he's going to break up with her and then get back together and then be very mad at you for the things that you said while he was also saying bad things. If you're like, yeah, fuck that bitch. She is evil. She's ugly. You deserve better. And then he gets back together with her. He's going to remember what you said about her and be like, yeah, we're not cool. It's not cool that you said that she was like bad for me and that she like, what was a whore. Right. Remember when you called my girlfriend a whore? Like, no, I remember when I called that girl that you broke up with a whore. Not the one you were dating. You weren't dating her when I called her a whore.
Or they'll break up and then he'll be like, it's your fault.
Yeah, do not engage in
venting. You
venting.
should have said all that shit. Yeah. We had a chance,
Just listen. What did you think she was going to do? OP is a future snitching. You're the asshole. Says, I'm also living far away from my family and friends. I moved to my fiance's country without any contacts to try to make the relationship work. Okay, so I feel like, TJ, we're missing some context here. Because she said, I moved to try to make the relationship work. Right? So were you, when he saw your diary, were you living apart? At what point did you move? Right?
Yeah, something's fishy.
He's aware I'm unhappy here and want to leave, and he said he'll move with me. Even though we're having these issues, we love each other very much. I can't really imagine my life without him, and we've come close to breaking up. Anyway, I know y'all will tear me in the comments. You should have left him the first time he read your journal, and you know that. His behavior is only going to escalate. You know what to do. It's time to leave. You don't deserve that. Did she respond to anything at all? No. Damn it. That's crazy. I want to know I really want to know what was said that he screenshotted. I think that's very key information.
No mention of it here, though.
Okay, this one is it okay if I, 26F, asked to break up with my boyfriend, 26M, because he wants a, quote, healthy relationship? Hey, girl that I'm dating, I think we should have a healthy relationship and be open and honest with each other and not play games.
Bye.
I'm gonna break up with you. What? I really I gotta.
From nowhere.
We have been together for 4 months now and are absolutely in love with each other. No, you're not, because you're already thinking, I want to break up with him, but I'm absolutely in love with him. Those two ideas are not very compatible with each other. Right?
Yeah.
I would never want to break up with him, but I've realized that what we require in a relationship is very different. My boyfriend wants a balanced relationship where we have lots of time to ourselves, don't message often, do everything on our own, and be independent. Oh, he doesn't want a relationship with you. He wants to fuck you and fuck other people. Right?
That's what he's hinting at.
Yeah. We do everything by ourselves. We don't message often, and we're very independent. That doesn't sound like a relationship so much as a booty call at 3 a.m.
Friends with benefits.
Yeah. Which ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, if she wants it, okay. But, if she doesn't want it, then find someone else.
That is not a boyfriend or a relationship. Yeah, that changed fast. Yeah, it did. That's what I'm saying. That's a hard turn. Already sounds like first base relationship. Damn. Wise man once said, women are crazy. Yeah, they are. And terrible. Terrible and crazy. I want a relationship where we are codependent, need each other 24/7. Whoa, bitch. You're way too clingy.
What?
I don't want to be codependent. I don't want to be like, we're not one person. We're two people. I don't need you 24/7.
There's no relationship that exists that way. There's no way.
8 hours out of the day, maybe. I give you like 5 hours. If we're like in a relationship, you get maybe 6 hours a day, tops. If we're just dating. If we're seriously dating, you get like 8. We've moved in together, maybe 10. Okay. If we're married, then you get like 15, right? Maybe. Depends on the weekend. On the days I don't work. Obviously, I'm going to be like, I work at 8 hours. So it's like 10 hours for work. So you get like 14, possibly, right?
Yeah. Like even the closest relationships, right? People still need their time alone.
Yeah. Like 24/7 is and just stay in each other's company, even if we don't talk or just do our thing. So like you want him to just be there, like you're like knitting because that's your hobby, and he just has to be there. Just not engaging, just exist next to you. Like he's playing Call of Duty, but you have to be there while he's playing games. Like, yeah, he wants out. He's like, this bitch is crazy. He thought you were normal, and then you showed your hand of how crazy you were 4 months in, and now he's slowly trying to back off without getting stabbed. His like, hey, we want to be like dependent. Like independent talk is just him going, hey, let's pull back. That way he could slowly back out of the room without getting stabbed. That's what it is. I don't believe there's true love in a couple that lives are two individuals together. I think love is when you become one together. I don't care if people think that's unhealthy or whatever. I will always be dissatisfied and feel like a hookup, friends with benefit partner, unless this is how connected we are. Dang, you're like that's a level 5 clinger.
Yeah.
My boyfriend is an angel. He's the kindest, softest person ever. I feel like I'd get slapped in the face by God himself if I hurt this sweet, innocent man. So I tried to break up with him twice over this. He had a mental breakdown and started shaking and talking rubbish about karaoke and foods with tears streaming down. What? What, TJ? I don't.
Huh?
So apparently this guy is just as fucking nuts as she is. Because he had his out. He had his out twice, apparently.
Or she driving him nuts.
Started convulsing, fucking foaming at the mouth. You can't break up. Like, is that a good, ladies? Would that work? He wants to wear his skin like pajamas. Sounds like she had a girlfriend. He crazy too. Yeah. OP's trying to play us. You think OP's lying? Ladies, if you're in the chat, if there are ladies around, will that work? If I just have Alka-Seltzer in my pocket at all times, right? And then like you're like, I think we should break up, and I just jam one in my mouth and start fucking foaming and convulsing. Will that convince you not to break up? Like, you can't leave me. I just start foaming at the mouth. Will that work? What do you think, TJ? Is that a good strategy for guys? Like a Costanza type of strategy? Like, hey,
hell no. I've seen.
He tries to break up with you.
Way.
Yeah.
People, they need to go to the ambulance and shit. Yeah, I've seen someone do that. I'll be right back.
You can't break up with me. Look at. I do love him with all my heart, so I couldn't stand to see him that and took it back. Every time I broach the subject, he rejects the idea completely. Last night, I thought I should say something mean to him and just end it with him hating me so he doesn't feel like getting back. But he still refused and then had nightmares and woke up sick, having to skip 2 days of work. He's way too soft and delicate to deal with breaking up. On the other hand, he doesn't want what I want, but forces himself into the role. Wow, these are two fucked up people. How old? Like 20? He's 26. It's a 26-year-old man who is like fucking throwing a shit fit because some girl broke up with him. It's crazy. It's crazy. What's chat say? 20s is for making mistakes, but don't get preggers. Yeah, I made that mistake. I'm gonna try that, says Geek Bro. The boyfriend having thoughts he might have skeeted in her. Boyfriend waiting another few months to find out if he can leave 100%. You think so? You think that's what it is? They both deserve each other, both toxic. Possibly. How do I go about this? If I can make this work in any way I want to. I truly feel like this is going. This is the one guy I'd never forget and always think back to, even if I'm married. It was holding the hands of my grandkids on my deathbed. Damn it! I've never met someone this pure and gentle and so full of love. Yet this relationship is terribly dissatisfying to me, and it hurts to be given love in spoonfuls when I want in an ocean. I know it sounds a bit cuckoo, but please help me find out what needs to be done. Y'all need to be fucking committed to an insane asylum. This is crazy. There's no way. This can't be real. This can't. Compromise, says one person. If you don't think you can give him whatever he wants in a relationship, then find someone who you're compatible with. You both sound codependent. He just tries to hide it. Just dump him, block him, and move on. Sheesh. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
You should break up and seek therapy. Someone said
that. Yep. Both of them.
Yeah. It's just unhealthy. If you're not on drugs, you might need to be.
Meds. That's what they need.
Yeah. All right. Let's hit one more, and then we'll just end it.
That one had a lot of twists.
Yeah. This is a good. I love this one because she is downplaying this shit.
Oh shit.
23F. My boyfriend broke up with me after mistakes and dishonesty. I'm working on self-growth and reflecting on toxic patterns. Any advice? My boyfriend and I recently broke up after being together for almost 2 years and knowing each other for about 4. Our relationship started beautifully, and I'd never experienced such genuine, pure connection. However, I made mistakes that deeply hurt him, and I've been reflecting on my actions. TJ,
mistakes.
When a woman says she makes mistakes, what does that mean? What is that code for, TJ?
She must have done some wild shit to piss him off.
No, that's not what that's good. TJ, we know. When a woman says she has made mistakes,
yes,
she fucked the dude.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Several times. She's either
those are the mistakes
several times or fucked several dudes. Because if it was a mistake, if it was only happened once, it would be I made a mistake. But she's made mistakes, which means it happened multiple times or with multiple people.
God damn.
Because there's really, if you've done something like, hey, I hit him, I fell asleep at our wedding, I fucking forgot to pick him up, I forgot to make him dinner, I fucking stole his PlayStation. You would just say that shit. You wouldn't say mistakes.
True.
Right? Mistakes are your cute shit. You're just trying to do, I'm trying to be cutesy about the fact that I fucked another guy and don't want you mad at me. I'm trying to keep you Redditors mad from yelling at me, right? I'm trying to downplay what I've done.
Bud.
It wasn't emotional. It was just boinking. I've been a mistake once. I think we all guys have.
Yeah.
About 6 months ago, I was at my lowest. I struggled with depression, losing friends, and dealing with toxic family dynamics. During this time, I made a poor decision and crossed boundaries with a coworker. Crossed boundaries, TJ.
There it is.
I crossed boundaries. What does that mean? This is so downplaying. You gave him a handy? You fucking sucked his dick? What did you do? Guilt ate at me alive. And I eventually told my boyfriend, but left out crucial details. So she did something, told him, but only told him like, oh, we kissed. He touched my titty. That's all that happened, babe. And then later I came clean entirely. And though he forgave me, it caused cracks in our relationship. You're a fucking bitch. Okay. If you tell a guy, if you
toxic family dynamics, right? That means her family are into it too. Like they know, and they've been calling her out for sure.
Probably that's probably what it is. Like they've been calling her ass out for being a bullshitter. But look, if you cheat on somebody and you tell them, hey, this is what happened, right? They go, hey, tell me what happened, and all is forgiven, right? Like I just got to know what happened. And you go, this is what happened. We only kissed and held hands. He's like, okay, I can live with that. We're not going to break up because I can live with that. Okay. And then later on, you tell him, no, actually, here's what really happened. he should fucking kill you, right? Because he forgave you under false premises. He's been happy living thinking, okay, she didn't fucking go, she didn't cross the line, we were good, and then you find out you were. It's like, damn. So that period in between, the period between when you told them the lie and when you came clean, all that for him is now fake. It's all fake. Whatever he was feeling in those moments, it's all bullshit because you lied to him. She forklifts his box. Warehouse streets. She belongs to the streets.
There you go.
Oh no, not sounding good. Yeah, it's not sounding good at all. But let's go further. Recently, I made another mistake.
Oh shit!
Is that what we're calling them now, TJ?
Mistakes.
I attended a concert alone and didn't tell him until afterward. Yeah, I think you're lying here. I don't think a guy would be really upset. Hey, I attended a concert by myself.
She met Steve Tyler, you know.
Like, why would I be mad? Why would I be mad? TJ, if your girlfriend was like, oh, by the way, I went to this concert last night. I'm like, oh, did you go with somebody? She's like, no, I went by myself. Okay. Why are you telling me? What did you do that you're telling me this, right? I feel like this is a lie. Women do this a lot, where they'll tell you something to sort of ease into telling you the truth. Like, I'll tell them this a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll tell them a little bit more, right? Because there's no reason to offer this information up, right? And I don't see how going to a concert, it's like, oh, I went to a movie. Was it a concert that you were planning to go with him? Was he like, oh man, did you tell him you had no money? And then like, I had no money to buy you a gift. And then it turns out you went to a concert. Then I could see him being pissed. But yeah, there's some local band at a show and I went to it. Okay. But it's cool. Though I didn't intend to hide it, he felt hurt and blindsided. Combined with past issues, this was the last straw for what past issues? He told me he needed to end things to respect himself, though he expressed he'll always love me.
No shit.
I'm devastated, but fully understand his decision. I realized that my toxic patterns stem from fear of losing control and self-sabotaging during hard times. Hard times, baby.
Is that what it is now? Self-sabotaging?
Here's the issue I had. Okay? She said she made mistakes. And the first mistake she made was when she crossed boundaries with a coworker. But then she said she made another mistake. And calling them both mistakes, to me, means they're equal. So I believe she went to a concert alone. I don't believe that she left the concert alone. I don't believe that she was at the concert alone. She might have went there by herself, but when she was there, things happened, right? Why would he leave? Why would he be like, you know what, we're breaking up now? You went to a concert and that's my line. I was like, no concerts. Like, you could do whatever you want. You could cheat on me. You could like fucking steal from me. You could stab me. But you went to a concert. That's my line, bitch. You've crossed it. We're done. Something had to have happened that she's leaving out of this story, TJ.
Of course.
Rock bottom for her is new dick. Yeah. That was a little oopsie mistake. Just a little oopsie. Say a little oopsie. You know.
We've seen people do that wild shit. You know, and then they start saying, no, I'm going through hard times. I'm doing self-sabotage, guys. I'm burning bridges left and right, but I'm self-sabotaging, I promise.
I've never burned a bridge in my life. I'm good like that. That's just me. You know, I don't burn bridges. I am the bridges, what I'm saying. But yo, totally I don't believe, like, I hate this shit because like you're on Reddit, right? No one knows who the fuck you are, and you still feel the need to lie, right? Because you just come here for validation. You just come for like pats on the. No, it wasn't your fault. Your boyfriend's crazy. Clearly, you should be able to go to a concert
That's
by
what they're
yourself.
expecting.
I've started therapy and committed to working on myself, not just for him, but for me. He said he'd only consider a future with me if he sees real change. I don't want to waste this second chance at life and growth. I want to heal, improve, and move with patience and compassion, whether or not we reunite. Has anyone experienced something similar or have advice on breaking toxic patterns, healing, and becoming a better version of themselves? Thank you if you read this far. I'd appreciate any insight. Well, if you're listening, if you just happen to have wandered into the podcast, into the live stream, you should never go back with this guy because he is a saint.
Leave him alone. Yeah.
Leave that guy alone. You've hurt him enough. You fucked with his emotions. You fucked with his feelings. Leave him alone. You can, to be a better person is to move on from him.
Right. Have casual relationships with anybody. Just leave the man alone.
We do got some comments here. Let's see what the comments are. If you have social media, delete it. Well, yeah, that's great. That's a great advice there.
There you go.
Promise yourself that you won't lie to the person you most care about, and you're off to a great start. No matter how little or stupid it may seem, or your reasoning, just don't lie. Thanks. I really needed this reminder. Honesty is so important, and I'm working on it. Honestly, if you really need something, you hit me up. You're 23. You seem a little confused. I will work with you personally, one-on-one. I'll give you a hands-on learning experience. It'll blow your mind. You'll be a better person afterward. Trust me.
There you go.
She seems like the type that'll definitely go for that, TJ.
Yes, exactly. Casual.
Tony, I'm not going to save her. No, I'm not going to save her. I'm just going to be another mistake on the long list of mistakes she's made. That's all I'm saying. I think that was a good 3 hours almost.
See, Grumpy gets it.
Yeah, growing hands on, real casual, like real. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, go subscribe to Dirty Dalish because she will beat me. Now, guys, you do not want me to. Only one person has subscribed. What the hell, guys? I need you. I need guys to sub to the channel. Go to the channel, sub to it. You don't have to tell her I sent you. You don't have to let her know that I'm pushing for her to get monetization. You just have to know that I don't want to have to pay her. Okay? I already have to pay TJ and Finbar because they're not monetized channels. So just get her to 500. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Get her to 500. She can monetize. Won't be a pain in my ass no more. Let's do that for Christmas. How's that?
Fun gaming streams. Come on.
So. Also, if you want to hear me stop trying to push you guys to subscribe to her, then subscribe to her, get her to 500, and I won't have to do this anymore.
There you go.
You deserve a beating from Daily. I don't want it. I need to keep my feed family friendly. Her streams are family friendly. Subscribe to her on Twitter. Subscribe to her on YouTube. YouTube is family friendly.
Yeah.
She has to follow the terms of service. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
what about little old me? Yeah, subscribe to her, and then we'll work on getting you to subscribe to Plungecast afterward. Yeah, let's get her to 501. There you go, Grumpy. That's what I'm saying. Subscribe to her channel, build her up, get her to 501. Yeah, stop her from nagging me, says Frog Tony. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, all right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the help. Help me to help her. That's all I'm saying. We got her a bunch of views the other day. We're getting her fucking watch hours up. She does good streams, guys. She does good streams. She does good content. The more subs she gets, when she sees that, she's going to see that people are watching her. It's going to encourage her to do more streams, which is going to help her channel grow. If TJ actually did content, I'd be pushing you guys at TJ. If Finbar did content, I'd be pushing you guys at Finbar. The only people that are associated with us that do content are Dalish, Cordell, and Ray. And right now, Cordell hasn't done any content in a long time. Ray's already monetized, so we don't have to worry about her. So we're gonna get Dalish monetized, and then we're gonna help Cordell get monetized, and then we'll take it from there. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Go give her some love. Go watch some of her old videos. Get her some watch hours. It's really good content. Ignore all the times that she yells at me, and ignore all the times that she says "ooh." I mean, if you guys want like a sample of like what her streams could be like, it's kind of like this.
Thank you for the shot, Daddy.
See, so definitely subscribe. That's what I'm saying. All right, everybody.
Don't miss us on Gabbing with Geeks.
For Geek Game, tomorrow is Friday. I'm probably going to do something Friday. I'll figure something out, but don't worry. We'll be back. All right. Love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.